Welcome to Hurrdat Sports Live.
Pokes it down the line. It's a fair ball, and on a two-strike pitch, Guerrero serves it into the corner. 1-0 Blue Jays. 4 games, 4 times Vlad Jr. has made an impact. Poke to left, down the line. Bellinger, a mile to go. He gets there. Coody Bellinger out of the blue to make the catch. At first pitch, it's Jake Bowers lifting this ball to left field. Pap goes back. That ball is gone. Final out. Yelich, a hard hit ball to second. Horner makes the play. And the Cubs survive.
Something that I love, man. You actually can mentor the young man. You know, in the NFL, if you can't get it done, you cut, waiver. I might be talking to you in the hallway. Email come up, you've been waived. But here, I can look into a Van Poppel eyes. I can look into a Judy eyes. And I say, I can believe in you. I've seen you through training camp. And I know that you can go out there and make this play. And talking to them about life, you know, they kids still, you know. Yes, it's NIL age, but they still are kids. And that's what I got into coaching for, all about the young men. Not about being at Nebraska or the experience. It's about me pointing to a young man because my position coach in college, a man get up and go to work. Now I translate that to my son. So that's what coaching really is, about inspiring a young man. And I truly believe if you do that off the field, it's going to translate on the field and they run through a brick wall for you.
Good morning. Welcome in Hurrdat Sports Live, presented by Centrist Federal Credit Union. That's DBM Ravi Lulla here at Hurrdat Sports Bar and Grill. What's up, DB?
How we doing?
Oh, we're doing all right. How are you?
No, I don't know. I'm good.
Can I say something real quick before we get into the show?
Why do you always ask for permission? You strike me more as a forgiveness guy.
Typically, but with you, I like to extend a little bit more courtesy since sometimes you get dragged along with me in my nonsense.
Even though I give you more latitude than anybody in the continental U.S. not named Mom.
That is correct, and this is not about you.
Okay, well, good.
This is about our friend Shane over there.
Oh, Lord.
Shane, can I ask you a question, bud?
Exactly, yeah. Shane, tread lightly before you grant permission.
What did I do?
So I'm just curious, you know, like as you're coming out the door.
Oh, boy, I know what this is.
And you see us getting out of our cars, does it occur to you like, hey, maybe I should hold the door open with these guys that have 18?
I go outside to. Well, I didn't know because you didn't have 18 things in your hand at the time when I came outside.
DB, how many things do I have in my hand?
And I'm going
a fair amount.
How many things do I have in my hand every morning?
The same amount.
I'm going outside for a purpose, and I want to get that purpose in, and I don't want to stand there at the door for 90 seconds when it's like, you know,
that's a different purpose-driven life. Shane.
Also, it's never 90 seconds. We're talking 30 tops. And your purpose.
Well, that sounds like
your purpose is more important than my purpose. Is that? I just want to make sure that I'm understanding you correctly here.
Shane, it's okay if you say yes.
I just need to. I just need to know.
I usually get the door for you. I've gotten the door for you a lot of times.
Not if you're already outside. If you're not in the little breezeway before I get to the door.
But I don't want what I'm doing coming back into the building.
I don't want what I'm doing.
Wait.
What was the rhetorical?
I don't want what I'm doing coming back into the building.
You don't what you're doing?
I don't want what I'm doing coming back into the building.
He doesn't want what he is doing.
Because that was going to drive me up the wall.
No, he was having a moment there with the
I don't want what I'm doing coming back into the building.
Not mine. So, saying you're good with me.
No, that's fine. I understand that. I'm sure everyone appreciates you not vaping inside the building or letting it breeze back in.
Yeah.
Has it occurred to you could wait the 30 seconds to start vaping?
I only have a short window there to get it in. You know, I mean, I guess I could get up 5 minutes earlier. It's always everybody's like, well, you could do this. It's only going to take you 5 minutes. You could do this. It's only going to take you 5 minutes. Next thing you know, you have 10, 11, 12, 13 of those stupid ass things to do during the day. And then that's like an extra hour and 10 minutes of time.
So let me just check. So like where you draw the line is getting 2 extra puffs in. Like that's where it's just like, we will not compromise. Like when coach rules, like the standard is the standard. The standard number of puffs for Shane is the standard. We are not wavering.
That's like the teacher that says if she lets one go to the bathroom, she has to let everyone.
Yeah, but if you let one piss your pants, then it's traumatizing forever. So I got to know what you want there.
I will probably just go out the back door from now on.
I couldn't.
That's literally how these things typically fare out.
Or you can just hold the door, Shane.
I'm just gonna tell you. I'm gonna say this
because I'm gonna avoid this guy.
I'm gonna whistle on by. That is like in the top 3 or 4 pet peeves ever.
Yeah.
When people resort to the extreme as opposed to fixing the behavior.
Yeah.
Hey, sometimes you could just say thank you.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, it's not that big of a deal. Well, you don't have to get it. You didn't have to get that. Or you go.
Well, I didn't ask you to.
Yeah, it's like I can't stand that. Like, hey, every time when you do that, it's okay if you. Well, next time I just won't do it.
Yeah,
like
it's like I'm asking you to stand at the door for 30 seconds. I'll just go out the back door from now on. Okay, cool. I have to get up an hour earlier now. Okay, Shane. All right.
I don't know why people.
It's fine.
Why do people do that?
I don't know.
Shane, but you're cool with me. There's way bigger fish to fry.
I was just curious.
Why pitchers come out of the game?
I was just curious.
Why pitchers come in the game?
Why
is cash no longer king? I was listening to Michelle and Pat argue over cash versus credit.
Ooh, yeah, I don't like carrying cash. That's not my.
Pat's a big cat. Pat prefers to be a cash guy.
How old is Pat?
We looked him up. He's Fordham, remember?
Pat Costello?
Yeah, I think I'm gonna guess low 30s.
Oh yeah, because he's younger than I thought he was, right?
He looks significantly older. We keep talking. Shane, you're not a cash guy, I know, right?
No.
Are debits or whatever they are now, are they more convenient?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Are you sure?
I think so. I mean, I'll be honest.
Are you sure?
Well, I'm not like positive. But
how'd you get
I'm pretty
distracted already with what you were the assignment? Like, just Google the man's name.
He doesn't have like a Wikipedia, so I don't know what. I'm on Pat Costello ESPN. And
why don't you just say Pat Costello age?
Because there's like 10 Pat Costellos.
Oh my God. Are you serious?
Yeah, there's a bunch. I've got associate producer at ESPN.
Yeah, that would be the one
from Fordham. Yeah. Typically, people don't. Hey, where'd you say he was from?
Glad you said it before I came unglued. It's too early.
I'm trying to figure. Okay, so he graduated from Fordham in 2017.
And I don't think was a non-traditional student.
Yeah, he graduated from high school in 2013. So that 18 plus 12. So he's 30. Yeah. You said low 30s. Yeah, so you're right.
So that's interesting. I would think those guys would be swipers.
Yeah, I feel like from Dora the Explorer, swiper, no swiping.
You don't even like kids. Shut up.
That was in the wheelhouse of when my nieces were growing up, and so they were big Doro fans.
Who's even swiping anymore? Aren't you tapping?
Well, I know you prefer to tap, Shane.
You talking about with the little?
Yeah, you just kind of hold it over it.
Yeah, I can't tell you the number of times I've actually missed that thing.
Well, they're never really clear on where you're supposed to hold the thing. Because
I'm glad it's not just
because the little logo's down at the bottom, and half the time the reader is like somewhere. I
do have one question. This is just for my own. You know how I like to sort and organize in my head. Is it not easier to know where you are financially with cash, or do you just read like online statements for transactions?
So yeah, I'm very much on like the online banking.
I understand.
So but I check it a lot. So I'm very
But if I give you a 20 and you give me 11.38, I know I spent 8.62, right?
Sure.
Like,
here's my problem: is once I don't know. This is probably a me thing.
I hope that was right. Was that right? That was right.
Yeah, I think so. Once I get cash out,
you're more apt to spend it.
That money is spent.
Really?
Like in my head, the money is spent, so I don't care what I use it on.
So I would think just the opposite. I think you'd be more willy-nilly with plastic because you can't really see it.
Yeah, but to me, the only money that exists is the number in my account. So like once that number goes down for whatever reason, whether I spend it or get cash out, that's the new number, not the cash. That's just how my brain works. And it's always been that way for me. Like once the number in the account goes down, that is my new number, not whatever I have in my pocket.
Okay.
I'm a weirdo like that though.
Yeah, that might be.
It might be an age thing too.
I think it's my Ramsey days when
I
got
sure.
out of a crazy amount of debt, and I would use cash envelopes.
Yeah. That is a big Ramsey thing. Financial Peace University.
I
think that's what he calls it.
I mean, sure.
I think that's what it's like.
It's a lot of verbiage.
What I didn't want to happen was
Shane. He said the number is whatever's in my account. Shane, are you?
I don't know why I'm laughing at Ravi today.
Yeah, I know. I knew he made you mad. It's okay though.
Well, it makes me mad every day.
It makes me mad every day. It will get over it. You should have heard him walking out yesterday before we had to do the sit down with Avery.
What'd I do?
A few more parting shots. It's just so natural to you. You don't even know.
I don't even notice it.
Richard head. It's just like
it flows like water.
You had me at hello.
Should I just start with a simple? Where do you got to go? What's another 15 minutes to stick around?
Oh yeah.
A lot of snark after that response.
Has some places to be. Apparently Rico didn't.
Wow.
No, it's good. It's fun.
Did you watch Golden State Portland?
No, I don't watch a lot of preseason basketball.
That's not that is you have told me that. I don't understand.
Yeah, for some reason it just doesn't. I think I get too frustrated when
Jonathan Kuminga gets huge deals and you can't move him until after January 15th.
Yeah, and I probably don't think we're gonna be able to move them because
you might.
Who wants Jonathan Kuminga?
Between January 15th, because he makes the certain percentage of your salary, so you can't move him until after the 15th.
Yep.
Because guys that sign this offseason, if you sign a certain amount under your percentage, you can go after. You can be moved after December 15th.
Yes.
He makes too much.
Yep. Which is again something I'm thrilled about. But here's the problem:
you guys need Jarrett. You need some youthful exuberance.
I understand that.
And your coach has proven he'll bench him.
Well, that's the problem: is he's going to have no value because Steve Kerr hates playing Jonathan Kuminga.
Well,
so he's not going to.
I think he had to be on board with the expenditure.
Oh, I don't know about that.
Everybody you're playing is like 35,000. It's like Methuselah's out there.
Listen, I'm fully aware of the age of that roster. It is ancient.
They make the Clippers look like toddlers.
I mean, listen, they got.
Hey, what was the cartoon with Tommy? And his sister had the glasses, and his hair was very.
Oh, is that Rugrats?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, makes them look like Rugrats.
Yeah, no, they
was
do.
that in your wheelhouse?
No, not at all.
Shane, did you like my Tommy impersonation?
Yeah, that was good.
Yeah.
You're still a little shook, man. You think the Mariners are pissed because they don't know when to take guys out of the
like that?
game?
Like,
yeah, I feel like the Mariners are probably having pretty puckered.
You're not gonna get Baez out? Like, what are we doing?
Yeah, I don't know, man. Can I ask you? Speaking of Golden State, though,
bomb that Riley hit.
This is gonna be. This is not gonna seem like I'm talking about the same thing, but I really am. And I promise I'm not being mean.
To who, me?
Yes.
Oh, I don't care.
Okay. So, well, you might, but I promise I'm not. Like, so obviously
Dude, I work with like the David Duke of the Indian population. I'll never think you're being mean.
Just a great shooter from Providence. Really nice stroke. So the Clayton Kershaw experience last night was tough.
Yeah.
Is it like he's one of your dudes? Like he's an all-timer for you, right?
Yes.
Does there a part of you, because this is what I'm afraid of with Steph Curry. I don't want Steph to get to the point where we saw Clayton Kershaw last night. Like in his career. Like I want like
Did you not watch Clayton Kershaw this season?
No, I did, but like in the playoffs, it's like because he's already got the playoff thing.
But he's also pitched well in the postseason the last.
I understand that, but there's
the answer is no, Ravi.
Okay, like if I'm
the answer is no,
because if I'm watching it with Steph Curry, because I think that's probably a
like if you guys are sitting down with popcorn together.
No, if I'm like by myself and he's playing
and
on
TV, watching Steph
yeah.
Curry. I thought you said if you're watching with Steph
Curry. I might have got caught a little case of the Shanes there where I was like, well, I don't want that.
Oh, you're gonna be getting drugged today.
What I don't want to have to happen is
I've been a part of this. You're about to get drugged.
It's not fair. If I'm like,
you're gonna have to let that go.
Yeah, I know. I can
like were your hands exceptional. I saw you come in like. No. They didn't seem like they were more full than normal.
No, but it was the timing of it today. Like closing my car door as he was leaving the building.
Like, what's another?
Like 10 seconds at that point, if we're being honest.
Okay.
You know,
I don't want to gas you back up.
You know, like it's just, I think it was the particular timing of it today that bothered me.
I did not want Kershaw to be hit like that. I knew he was going to have to come out of the bullpen, but I told you I was at a grocery store, and for some reason Shafe called, and we were just talking. I was walking up and down the aisles, and I remember this, and we were just talking about how every time I watch him pitch, I feel like he's going to break anyway.
Yeah.
But it was really, really hard. It was that stretch where we went through, he and I were just like going through like our favorite athletes of all time.
Yeah,
I came back with the list the next day on the show.
Mm-hmm.
So that was a minute ago.
Yeah, that was a while ago, yeah. But that's part of the reason I knew he was in like your like pantheon of athletes.
I love him.
And there's a part of me.
He's going to retire a Dodger. There was no fanfare, no hoopla. He just was like, hey, man.
I think I'm done.
After this season, I'm out.
Yeah.
Like, Did
you want the hoopla for him?
No.
Okay.
No. Baseball's too long, and I don't want him getting a Golden Glove or
rocking chair
baseball or every city he goes to.
Didn't Jeter get the rocking chair?
Yeah. So
did I
miss LaFraud's announcement? What was it?
It was something about Hennessy.
Okay, good. All right. I was hoping, because when that guy retires, I don't want that either.
You're gonna throw a parade.
No. Yeah, celebratory.
Yeah, that's what I mean. You're gonna throw a parade. You're gonna be like, get out of my team.
Get that $240 million off the cap. Yeah, probably.
Yeah. Probably. Not like a congrats on your retirement parade. Like congrats, I can somewhat enjoy watching the Lakers again, but they still have Luka, who I don't like very much.
All those things.
Yeah. I'd probably have to condense it for the banner on the parade. That's not real succinct, but that would be the theme. You start there and work backwards for the banner. You know,
it did. You know who I hate watching?
Who?
I can't stand Schwarber, and I can't stand Bryce Harper. So I don't like Castellanos. I don't. So there's lots of things that incite me way more than watching my fave get lit up like a Christmas tree.
I didn't mean incite. Just like, I don't know. There's certain points.
Well, those feelings would the first bomb that Schwarber hit, and he's waving.
Oh, like that overwhelms anything you're feeling about.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
That makes sense.
Yeah.
I get it.
You know, the Mr. Miyagi tie, and I'm good on Schwarber.
Yeah. Out all the way.
Yeah. I'm good on. I'm not a Phillies guy.
Have you've never been a Harper guy?
I don't know if it's I have. So when this dude was in Vegas on the cover of SI,
playing JUCO ball at like 16.
I had an epic 12-minute rant on
the
radio. Yeah,
just all the way out.
I've never liked it.
All right, fair enough.
I mean, it was just being a hater. I didn't have anything concrete or actually.
I mean, of
substance.
I don't know what that's like.
No, you don't.
You're gonna have to help. Yeah, I have to have somebody else identify with you because that's foreign to me. Not real familiar with
just unnecessarily not liking someone,
hating a guy for no good reason.
Yeah, I was. That is. I can't help it. I was cool.
Okay.
I'm just not a.
Like I remember watching late stage Pedro.
Like just pick one like wet hair, or the tie-ups, or just Castellanos in general. Just pick one thing about the Phillies.
Just doing too much.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, are you going to the shower in the locker room and like slicking it? Like, how does he do that for 160 some odd games every year?
Maybe he's just a sweater. Maybe he's very sweaty human
that
being.
Would be mildly disgusting.
It might be, yeah, but
I don't think.
You don't think it's that?
No.
Well, they got those like they used to at least. They'd have those water fountains just up the tunnel. Maybe he's going back there doing one of these like when you're a kid.
I was laughing hysterically diving for a ball in the first inning, giving up a triple, but little did I know that'd be about it.
That's the last time you'd be laughing.
Yeah. Well, again,
it's all right.
I had already told the line.
Oh, my bad.
No need to push
right over. It's all right.
That'd be about the last time. Well, I was kind of well aware. It was 8-2.
It was only like 4-1 for a while. It was okay.
Oh, right. What are you guys doing? What time's the tea time?
What do you mean tea time?
Well, your baseball players, because they're certainly not.
Oh, well, I think they're in Mexico. Golf doesn't start till next week.
Boy, this is gonna be a long season.
I think they're gonna meet up with the Yankees here pretty soon.
Yeah. Were you surprised to hear DeMarinis concede that it's above Boone's pay grade, the problems?
Oh, a little.
I'm shocked.
Do you think the roster's that bad?
Listen to the question.
Yeah.
No.
Well, that's what I mean. So,
that's why I asked if you were surprised.
I am. Yeah, that's why I was at. But I was like, do you think the roster's that? Because that seemed to be what
it has some holes.
Okay, sure.
But so do most.
But pretty good roster, though, I think.
The managing of there's lots of little things I think you could point to.
Like, I think this is one of the rare situations, because I think there's a lot of, I think sometimes people put too much value on certain baseball managers and how much they affect whatever their team is going through.
I don't know. There are some good ones, though.
There are, for sure. I think there's a lot of in the middle sort of average ones. Aaron Boone's on the other side. Aaron Boone actively loses you baseball games. So I don't know. That's one of those where I go, okay, if you actually find a good manager, that might be enough.
Yeah, and
if you're the Yankees with their roster.
He gave me no pushback either when I mean, Cashman has to be top 10 most overrated general managers of all time of any sport, right?
Mm-hmm.
I mean,
Scott
Pioli, Daryl Morey.
Dude, Daryl Morey is tough. That's a tough one.
I mean,
if you really go back and look at the resume.
How do we feel about like the Mike Tannenbaums of the world?
Ooh,
Cashman has got to be up there.
Yeah, here's the problem with Cashman is he's won a lot more than those guys, but it's a long time ago now.
Do you do the whole, it's relative?
To what their level of success is?
Yeah.
Probably. Because a lot of the guys you named off did not reach that level of, very few people have reached that level of success. And I don't know what to do with the Steinbrenner versus Cashman thing early in terms of who was actually pulling the strings.
So like Steven versus Jarrah?
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know exactly who's pulling the string. I think Jerry's pulling the strings for the most part still in Dallas. I think there was a time, especially when the Yankees were particularly good, that
what
Steinbrenner.
About Scott Pioli?
Way overrated.
Yeah.
Way overrated. That was I think Belichick was doing a lot of the heavy lifting personnel-wise in New England. Pioli got a lot of the credit, and then we saw what happened in Kansas City. Like, I don't think that's a very. Tannenbaum's pretty similar, isn't he? In terms of credit.
It's kind of how I feel. Is this Malcolm in the Middle? What are we doing?
We're on TBS.
Isn't that Malcolm in the Middle?
No.
Shane, who's the little dude that looks like
young
Ward
Sheldon?
Cleaver?
That's young Sheldon.
Oh, I thought he was black.
No, he is not. He's very white.
Oh, that's Everybody Hates Chris. I knew it was one of those little.
Sorry, you might be the first person to confuse those two shows. They're very different.
Can I just explain the?
Go ahead. Sorry.
Kid-centric, kind of talking through the head of young people.
Sure. Yeah, that makes sense. Like they going through their adolescent life.
I self-corrected. It didn't take minutes. Like holding the door.
I was saying it would have taken about as long as it would have for Shane to hold the door for me.
I self-corrected. Chris, Sheldon, I don't know, one of them.
Chris. Yeah, no, that's young Sheldon there, I believe.
So who's Malcolm?
He's the one in the middle. That's the one with the Breaking Bad guy, Bryan Cranston. He's the dad.
You have to show me the picture.
I
know who it is. He played the
I don't know what else he's in. Those are like the two things.
Bryan Cranston. Is he the guy that got punched in the face? Yeah, I know him.
Okay.
Wasn't that show supposed to be funny?
Malcolm in the Middle? Yeah, it's a comedy. Breaking Bad is not.
I'm not Man, you're doing too much this morning.
Malcolm in the Middle was pretty funny, but it hadn't been on. It hadn't been on for like 20
Hold on.
Hold on. It's an old
just 1 second, please, Shane. Did you really think I was talking about Breaking Bad, or are you just being that dude?
I was just being that guy.
Okay, carry on, my wayward son.
I knew what you meant.
Yeah, at least you kept it a buck.
Yeah, no, I definitely knew what you meant. I just thought it was funny.
Look, you're about to get the back treatment.
Uh-oh.
I'm sorry, Shane.
Malcolm in the Middle was a funny show, and if I remember right, it was on in the middle of the week, so you could catch it without having to interrupt really any of your sports, because it was on early.
Speaking of which, I need to know what you settled in on for hockey.
Oh, Maple Leafs.
Okay.
Yeah, we're on the Maple Leafs.
Because for some reason, as this thing was carrying on last night with the Golden Knights, I was like, did he settle on Vegas?
No. We went with Toronto.
Okay.
It seemed like that was the one you wanted me to take. So.
Well, you just can't help yourself.
I cannot. I liked the history. I like the history of the Maple Leafs and like trying to overcome the drought.
The significance of 1967?
No, just trying to overcome the drought. Like as a Red Sox fan, I appreciate a fan base that's trying to get over the hump there, and I appreciate the original six. Like, let's bring a title back to Canada. You know, hashtag it just means more. It's like the SEC,
right?
Or maybe not.
Juan says Shane reminds me of Jaleel White. That's Juan. That's not me.
Why? Because I'm very white.
His name's not even Juan. Like,
well, I don't. It's not Stank Nooner either, but I don't know his real name.
Not everybody can be Jack Grady.
Is that because I'm white?
Tired.
I think it's the glasses.
It's not because I'm white?
No, that's just his last name, I think, as far as I know.
Do you even know who Jaleel White is, Shane?
Yeah. Yeah, matter of fact, I just clipped a get it here.
Did I do that? What?
He actually annoyed me a lot.
I thought he thought he was gonna say?
Who?
The guy that played Spawn.
Did I do that?
Who plays Spawn?
Shane, what's the karate dude who's pretty much typecasting now? He can only do movies where he fights.
It's the guy that gets the pencil in the eye in the Dark Knight.
Joke, yeah. Isn't it Michael? What's the guy's name?
Yeah.
The Kung Fu dude.
Oh, okay. Let me see here.
It's something like that.
We've done this before too. No. Michael Jai White.
Jai.
Yeah, Jai. I like that. Jai. That's a cool name. You know what it means in Sanskrit?
In what?
Sanskrit.
I thought that was a font.
No, Sanskrit's the origin for all the Indian languages.
Oh, okay.
I think some other Asian ones too, but I only know for India for sure.
Wait, did you say other Asian?
No, other. I don't know what I said. I might have.
Can I guess what it means in Sanskrit?
Yeah, go ahead.
San what?
Can I guess?
Wait, what is it again?
Can I guess? Yeah,
Did I hear that right? Yeah. Shane, I love you, man.
Can I guess?
Yeah. It does not mean mustard.
It does not mean that.
It does not mean.
You got another one?
I'm guessing his.
Do you have another guess?
I'm guessing his parents also didn't name him this because of what it means in Sanskrit, but maybe.
You got a guess, Shane?
Did I do that?
What's it mean?
Victory. It means victory in Sanskrit.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Jai?
Yeah.
Jai!
What was that?
Victory.
Oh, okay. Do a little Johnny drama.
Sand.
Now
script.
I'm just thinking of the.
Whoa, hey.
No, yeah, that's
Johnny Bravo. Never mind.
That's still not right, Shane.
Did he say Sam script?
Yes.
Said sand script.
Yeah, it's definitely not sand.
It's
and it's 100% not script.
But that's what I said, though.
Oh, that's fine. I'm letting you know.
I'm just letting you know what I said.
Thank you for the honesty.
Yeah.
It is incorrect.
I didn't say Sam's.
No, you said sand.
I didn't say gin.
Feels a little racist to go sand in that.
Now, how'd I get in this? I'm just listening. Do we have to go back to Jen and Jen?
He's trying to dig himself out of the hole. Bad.
You're Damon in the middle.
Oh,
he doesn't look a lot like.
I don't even
know how this got to this, and I'm not even on Ravi's side
today.
today.
Why I do this. I don't like either one of you. I mean,
sand.
I'm gonna go out the back door now.
Well, wouldn't be your first time.
Some people prefer that. Just for ease of convenience. Sometimes it's closer.
I've used it.
Yeah, sometimes you park around back. And
it's like a 3-foot walk from the vehicle.
When the key, if it's cold back there.
Hey,
sometimes.
that lock is a bear.
Yeah, I know. I don't know what's happening. I think that our keys are getting stuck a lot. We might have to talk to some of our friends about that.
Do you know anybody?
I know a couple people. I don't know if I can get anything done, but we'll talk.
Story of your life.
That's what I do for a living.
This is what you get for gassing up Kershaw getting his.
I wasn't trying to be mean. I was genuinely asking because this is something I sort of.
You didn't get a chance to watch Pedro in the twilight of his career.
I did, but I watched it for somebody else and I didn't like it.
He wasn't awful.
No, he wasn't. But it was also. I think it was worse that I didn't get to see good Pedro years with Boston.
Yeah.
And I was trying to kind of figure out, would I rather see him fall off with Boston or miss good years with him somewhere else? And I don't know if I have a decision. That's why I was asking you about it.
It's fine. I don't appreciate the line of questioning, but
I was trying to be nice.
I mean, a guy had a 1-2 whip. He was 11-2 this year.
I'm not saying he was bad this year. I'm saying he had a tough night.
Yeah.
He had a tough night. The stuff wasn't Kershaw.
I mean, certainly not Tariq Skubal in this postseason.
No. Just doesn't matter, I guess. Just whatever Tariq Skubal wants to do, we're just living in it.
No, I'm going to rest in the career 2.5 ERA and all those other good things.
I need
best pitcher of the modern baseball era.
Well, I mean, he's very, very good.
Yeah.
I'm taking Pedro over everybody, so like it's
fine.
I don't have a good argument. He's just my guy, right? So
not much I can do with that.
Yeah, I mean, I'm being honest. Like you coming through all the stats you want to be like, yeah, I like Pedro better.
No, I can I can appreciate that.
It's like everybody can come at me with that whatever numbers they want. I'll be like, yeah, I still think Steph Curry is the 4th best basketball player of all time. Like I just do.
So you were air high-fiving?
I was. His guys
Allen
in
Iverson
front of him weren't the same.
I don't think
mine.
he was really in any particular order either. I think he was just talking about the
that's
best 5
fine.
basketball players of all time.
That's totally fine. But yeah,
I'm a big AI guy.
I appreciated his list. It was good. I'm sure you liked that he put Kobe in there.
I think any contemporary
everybody who played with him puts Kobe there.
Yeah, Kobe's getting a ton of burn.
That's the one thing that is like unequivocal with Kobe that it isn't with other guys.
Yeah.
Even Jordan. Like Peyton doesn't respect Jordan the way everybody respects Kobe, right? Like there's a ton of guys that don't respect LeBron just because he's LeBron, right? Like, but you don't
level of surprise that it was.
You don't hear anybody say that about Kobe.
I'm not even gonna get you started because you can't handle yourself.
Oh, yes, I'm locked in. What do we got?
You knew the liquor brand was either gonna be tequila or Hennessy, right? Or cognac.
I didn't know it was a liquor announcement.
No, I meant if it was going to be.
Oh,
like you knew he wasn't gonna be like, hey, here's gin.
I'm LeBron James here for Grey Goose Vodka. No, if it had been mine, if it had been me, I'd been like, here's Ravi Lulla for Bombay Gin. I like a good gin and tonic.
I appreciate that because that takes the pressure off of me and the Hennessy reference, which I don't even like, by the way. So it's fine.
I don't know if I want to put him on blast or not.
Well, you've given it thought, so the answer is going to be yes.
A friend of mine, we'll say, asked me this question one time. He goes, some of those like silly icebreakers where it's like, if you could have any 5 liquids come out of your fingers, like what would you choose?
Yeah.
Or any 5 substances? And people are like, oh, like Diet Coke or beer or whatever. And this particular friend of mine happens to be an African American, and I think it was his first one. He goes, Hennessy. And I thought he was joking at first, like doing the stereotype, and then he just
how is that any different than Caucasian persuasion starting with beer?
No, yeah, it's probably not. But I thought he was the bad part was I thought he was doing like a bit.
Yeah.
And so I started laughing, and then he just keeps going with his list, and I was like, oh.
He's probably serious.
That was
I don't even see how you would drink that in excess.
Yeah, I don't. Maybe just like just little bits at a time. I don't know.
Or never.
Yeah, I would say probably never.
My hand.
I told him because I'm super pragmatic. I was like, "Can I get insulin out of one of these fingers? I want that junk to be free."
Well, you gotta understand though.
I was like, "That stuff takes a bite out,
Can I ask you? That's the closest I'm going to get to an NFL reference in this segment. Whose side are you on with Gannon and the Cardinals?
Man, I don't really like any of it. I'm on the player side, I think. Because, first of all, I hate it when they drop the ball. Like, I don't even understand. Here's the thing. Like, I don't understand. One of the things that I struggle with people here is, or just all people in general, is if I don't understand what the potential upside of a situation is, I don't know why they do it, right? If I understand people making stupid mistakes, but they're like, hey, this, like I can see what the upside would have been in their head. And I'm like, listen, that's dumb still, but I get it, right? Like, I don't like if somebody goes and puts, together like a 20-team parlay, and I was like, well, you're never going to win that. That's stupid. Don't put $1,000 on the 20-team parlay. But they're like, yeah, but if I win, it's like $1 million. Okay, sure. I see the potential upside there, even if I think it's stupid. What is the upside of dropping the ball early? Like, what is it?
Yeah, no, I understand.
It doesn't even look cool. Mm-hmm. It's like those guys that used to like not actually dunk, but they would just kind of like throw it through the hoop. I'm like, that doesn't look cool when you're just doing the I call it the mellow dunk because he's the one who did a lot where you just like push it through the hoop with both hands and not touch the rim.
Yeah. Do you know why they do that though?
Why is that?
Because over time, grabbing the rim.
Okay, so there's potential upside. That makes sense, right? Even though I don't like the way it looks, there's a practical upside.
I don't know if you ever had any bounce, but that sometimes would hurt your hands.
I had like backboard touching bounce, not
net,
not rim touching bounce. You know what I mean? No, I would extend the whole way. I didn't.
That's a good 4 inches.
I didn't alligator arm it. If I could touch the backboard like this, I would have hops. That'd be crazy. That's like an extra 2 feet.
So outside of being mad at what at the level of stupidity for dropping the ball.
So I wanted to start there. After that point, I don't need coaches to talk to me like that. Like, maybe that's a particular thing. Maybe I'm, one of those soft millennials and whatever, and like don't hit me while I'm trying to walk away or whatever it is. Maybe that's a me problem. But you have to have an exceptional relationship with that player for that not to be a problem long term.
Let me ask you something.
True or false? Is that fair?
You talking about the coach that hard to be that upset?
Yes.
I don't think it's relationship dependent.
Okay. I'm saying for me, if I'm not 100% sure.
So like if you really, really like the guy, he could bump you?
Not like really, really liked. If I really, really believed he had my best interest.
But he's still man.
That's what I mean. Like that's what I mean by the relationship has to be exceptional.
Okay.
Like he like running back has to know that even despite what's happening right now in emotion, that this is not how he really feels about me.
Did you listen to his presser?
Gannon's?
Yeah.
No, I did not.
The apology? Because I thought he was extremely sincere.
Okay.
I thought and it's just
sure.
Like everybody's gonna listen to that thing differently.
No, you have a pretty good vibe
I'm
on
just
those things.
surprised at the legs this has grown.
I mean, I don't think it's a fireable offense or anything. I'm not there.
I didn't even like the fine.
Yeah.
I just don't.
I was trying to remember if there had been other fines like this for similar things, and I couldn't remember any.
I mean,
so that made it feel odd to me.
I mean, guys like Parcells and Belichick, they got to be like whistling on by, right?
Oh, yeah. Well, I was asking somebody, I was like,
Chuck, like those guys got to be whistling on by.
Yeah.
And it's not even so much, it's more cameras. The times have changed with how people coach because people still coach hard.
Yeah.
And with passion. We've seen NBA coaches like go forehead to forehead with guys as they're on the bench.
Can I be honest with you? The forehead to forehead thing bothers me more than the punch does. Like if you go forehead to forehead with me, like
how many times have you seen that though?
Oh, it happens. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm saying for me personally, punch me in the chest if I'm wearing shoulder pads all the time. Like I don't care. If you're going forehead to forehead with me, like we're gonna have a problem.
So is it better or worse when we've got a guess? He's 740.
Oh, that's right.
It's a hard out.
I didn't realize we were out. I knew it was 740 already.
Does it matter like if if James Harrison says, "Oh, we're gonna have to fight"? Because James Harrison, but you just do that though, and you move on if that's what you want to do, right?
Yes.
You just fight, right?
Yes. Like maybe you push him back, whatever. Like if that's what you want to do. The problem is
because I think him saying guys like that saying that fuels the
Yeah, I don't think you have to fight. We're gonna have to fix something though. Like to me, if you're doing forehead to forehead thing, like there's a broken piece of the relationship we're gonna have to figure out. Maybe if I'm not mature, I say I want to fight or whatever. But
I think I'm Team Gannon on this.
Here's my problem: is if the player does the same thing that Gannon did, the player's in way more trouble, and maybe gets cut.
But I do understand hierarchy.
I do too, but
do we?
I do, but I feel like there needs.
Or do you want there to be more responsibility because he's the head coach?
Yeah, like hierarchy also means
it goes the other way.
Yeah, you've got a bigger burden to bear. But I feel like he's got more. So I think it's a little backwards. I think that's just me.
Do you want to talk Maryland?
Yeah, coming up at now, basically. Johnny Holliday, play-by-play voice for Maryland football. We will talk Terrapins here coming up next on Hurrdat Sports Live.
Aspirations can drive us. Sometimes a simple gesture is what fuels the pursuit of a dream. When it's time to make your dream a reality, we are here to help. Centris Federal Credit Union. We are where you are.
I think it's, everybody, at least on the starting offensive line, we've all played road games before, so, we know what we're walking into. And it's just comes down to getting those younger guys kind of, ready to go, get used to being on the road, get used to traveling. It's good that we already had the road game in KC, but, the game itself felt more like a home game. So, it might take, just a little bit of extra prep for some of those young guys to get ready for it, but we should be good to go. Yeah, personally, I like it. Sometimes, especially on those longer travel trips, it feels like, you get there, plane lands, and it's just right into the next thing up until kickoff. And so getting there a day early, I think it'll be a good time for us to kind of, just get our legs back after the flight, take a deep breath, just relax going into game time.
You're listening to Hurrdat Sports Live.
Going into that game, we were tied in the fourth quarter, meaning we hadn't finished many games the way I'd like to see us finish even when we did win. And because of it, there's an old adage, it gets us when it gets us. And it got us on Saturday with us not finishing and winning the fourth quarter, which is paramount of championship teams. Winning the fourth quarter represents finishing strong, head-butting the finish. All these are standards for us. And so we'll work really hard this week to emphasize the way we finish and expect us to do a better job like we've done in all the other areas we've had to make these corrections.
Welcome back, Hurrdat Sports Live. That's DBM Ravi, Lulla here at Hurrdat Sports Bar and Grill. We are joined now by Johnny Holliday, the play-by-play voice for Maryland football. Johnny, how are we doing this morning?
What you do? Sneak a microphone into this press conference? I saw somebody wearing a black hood over in the corner. It looked like something. It could have been you guys. I know what you do. I know exactly what you're doing. Yeah. To answer your question, I'm doing pretty good now. We'll find out later on. The day is early.
That's fantastic. I will see you shortly. I think we're actually leaving this afternoon. We'll spend 2 nights. I think we're staying somewhere. It's like this super top secret thing, somewhere maybe between Bethesda and College Park. I don't know, man. But I listen. I listen to him, Johnny, and I just think to myself, has he endeared? He's kind of a straight shooter, right? Has he endeared himself to the media, or is it just not like that? Because I think they want to win more. He seems pretty authentic.
I would probably say one of the more authentic coaches that I've ever worked with.
Interesting. Okay.
I love the guy.
That's the vibe I get.
I absolutely love him. He doesn't hold anything back. He's a coach that is going to criticize in a very nice, genuine way without embarrassing a player.
he might say we have to do better in this area, and Mr. X knows that, and we're working on that. But he's probably one of the most interesting guys that I've ever worked with, doing his radio shows and doing games for him. I love Mike Locksley. He's honest, he's straightforward, and he's got the program now in probably the best shape it's been in many, many years. Last year was kind of a bump in the road, but I think, the game against Washington last week was just one of those games that, you let it slip away, you shut the door, you can't do a darn thing about it, and you move on to the next game and hope you play better and correct the mistakes.
Johnny,
I'm not even a coach, and I can figure that out.
Johnny, you bring up an interesting part with Locksley and kind of where the program's at, because I do wonder a lot what kind of internal and local expectations are of the Maryland football program. I know he did the 7-6 and then 8-5 2 years in a row, and then last year was kind of a little bit of a bump. But like, what is that level of winning enough for people to stay happy with Mike Locksley, or does he need to take it to that next level with the point the program's at right now?
No, I don't. I think right now it's in good shape. We have a new athletic director, Jim Smith, who is absolutely phenomenal.
Seems bright.
His background is in business, and he's done work at Ohio State. He knows exactly what the game is all about. But I think as far as Locksley's concerned, every football fan wants the team to win every game. Well, that's just not going to happen this day and age with the transfer portal and the NIL stuff. You don't know who you're going to have from, year to year, or maybe week to week as far as that goes. But I think the program now, if you had to put one finger on it, might be if you can get a marquee win, that really keeps the people off your back. We don't have to play Penn State this year. You don't have to play Ohio State this year. You already beat Wisconsin on the road, which was a huge win. You let the game against Washington slip away. Every player was angry. Every player knew, this was our chance to win 5 straight games, something that hasn't happened in a long time. They played their tails off for Mike, and I think he's got the program going in the right direction. Expectations, yeah, I think that they're always high. Same for basketball. I was at basketball practice the other day. I don't know anybody in this team. They're all new from last year. Everybody. So, I introduced myself. They say, "Who are you?" I said, No. Who are you? So these kids are fun to watch. It's probably the best, maybe one of the best group of players that I've been around that he's coached here at Maryland. It's young, it's inexperienced, it's extremely talented. And, you go out there and one of the great things about college football is you just never know what's going to happen. Ask Bill Belichick of North Carolina, right?
Yeah.
ask Debo Samuel down there at Clemson. You just don't know. That's why you play the game, and you hope that your team is just a little bit better than the other guys on Saturday.
Wow, it's funny too. You got Buzz and Mike down there. That's boy, life is good for you, John. You won't be too bored. That's for sure.
Hey, how about this? We had Buzz on at halftime this past Saturday.
Yeah,
and Buzz he's different. He has tremendous command of the English language. So we're wrapping it up at halftime, and we're counting down. The engineer, Tom Marquito, is giving me the wrap-up signal. And Buzz sees this out of the corner of his eye because we have one more commercial to get in before the second half kickoff. So he stops in the middle of what he's saying. He says, Mr. Johnny, am I talking too much? Because this guy's circling his hand around in front of my face. Wow. I said, no, you're fine. You're fine. Okay. So he goes on for another couple of minutes, and we missed the second half kickoff. Yeah. But it's, yeah. I think everybody's expectations are high because, the old saying, boy, if you're going to win games, they're going to come watch you play. And all I have to do is think back when Bobby Ross was coaching here, the average attendance was 49,000 every game. Couple of games over 50,000 because they won ACC championships.
Yeah.
They went to bowl game after bowl game after bowl game. It's not easy. It's tough being coached today. I mean, Not only are you a coach, you're a psychiatrist, you're psychologist and everything. It's a very, very tough job, and the right kids with the right mix, like you guys have in Nebraska, the same thing, I'm sure. When you win, they love you. When you lose, what's wrong? Everybody's a coach.
Long live Frank Reich. Hey, let me ask you something, Johnny, because it sounds like a law firm, right? You got Jackson, Mathis, and Stewart. Of the young guns, right? You got the two Russian the two sack phenoms, and obviously a 5-star quarterback. On Saturday, who needs to be the best player?
Of the three you just mentioned?
Yeah. On Saturday.
Probably Stewart.
It seems like I thought you may say a defensive guy. Over even taking a quarterback. I thought you may say that. Why a defensive guy?
I'm sorry. I thought you were talking about defense. Oh, I think overall the guy that's got to be. You still there?
Yeah, I'm here, 100%. I know you're going to change your mind now, but I'm going to stay with you.
If I touch this cell phone the wrong way, I lose everybody. So
that's okay. We're here.
You guys could go at any minute. I probably would say Malik Washington would have to be the guy.
Mm-hmm.
Overall, defensively, it'd be Stewart, who got ejected for targeting against Washington, and that really affected this defense. Yeah. Had he been able to play the whole game, I don't think the score would have been what it was. But I think Malik, because of his leadership, because of his poise, because of knowing the offense, knowing where everybody should be, he's a kid that just doesn't get flustered. The offensive line is giving him great protection, makes tremendous decisions, and I would have to go with Malik. I think you'll really enjoy watching this kid play.
How much of when you watch him, Johnny, do you think to yourself, all right, you're capable, go ahead, tuck it, and run versus this guy wants to be a pure passer of the football, let him grow into it? Like, what's that give and take when you're watching him perform?
I think you hit the nail on the head. I think there's times when he could take off and run. Instead, he decides to throw, and his percentage is absolutely off the charts, almost like your guy is. And I think that would be the one area. You're exactly right that he can't. He's a big kid. He's 6'5". Mm-hmm. He goes 225 or so. This is not a small little freshman quarterback like Johnny Holliday was in high school, leading our team to a perfect 0-10 record. No, it's not me. I mean, he is really, really good. I'd like to see him take off and run more, and maybe he will on Saturday, especially with guys breathing down his neck.
So, Johnny, with the offense, they haven't shown a huge willingness, including Malik Washington, we mentioned, to run the football. Do you think that's something with those guys that might be breathing down Malik Washington's neck on Saturday that we might see them try and sprinkle a little bit more in to try and keep Nebraska a little bit more honest?
Yeah, I think every single game he tries to establish the running game. For some reason, it hasn't been what he expects it to be. Mm-hmm. And they continue to work and work and work. And sometimes the defenses, are adjusting extremely well. They're going to plug up those holes up front. The offensive line, as I mentioned, is only got 2 veterans. All the other guys are young guys that have maybe 1 year or 2 years experience. But I thought the line's been doing a pretty good job protecting him and trying to open up holes, which has been very tough. And it's been running back by committee. You got 3 guys back there, and he hasn't really settled in for one guy. We thought it was going to be Nolan Ray, but right now it seems to be DeJuan Williams. And this kid, the freshman kid, Iverson Howard, is going to be really tremendous. He was the top running back in the state of Maryland coming out of high school last year. So I think he's still trying to find out the right guy to get the job done, and they're going to continue to pound it and try to run the ball to open up the passing game, and hopefully they can do it.
How much so we watch all 3 of these guys, obviously getting ready for the radio broadcast at the running back spot. How much of it has to do with pass protection, considering how much you guys like to throw it?
I think a lot, because if you look at the sacks, the offensive line has only given up 2 sacks. That's second in the Big Ten, I think 4th in the country. Mm-hmm. They gave up a sack to Towson. They gave up a sack to Wisconsin. That's it. I mean, they've been doing a tremendous, tremendous job. And it's not like they're little guys up front. You go 6'5", 6'5", 6'5", 6'6", 6'6". Those are big guys in the offensive line. But, who knows? I think the running back coach is working as hard as he can to see if they can't come up with some formula. And all you have to do is break one big run, and that kind of opens up things for everybody. And they're looking to get that one big run to really establish that running game.
Johnny, with what you've seen out of Dylan Rhule this year, what do you think Maryland's defensive game plan should be? Is it just, hey, like, pin your ears back, try and get as much pressure on him as possible?
That doesn't seem to be working, does it? I mean, I'm looking at his numbers. 74%. Are you kidding me?
Yeah, he's accurate.
That's pretty good.
12 touchdowns, 2 interceptions, and the kid is only a sophomore. I mean, how many guys from Buford High School in Georgia play at this level? Not a lot.
Yeah.
I mean, we saw him last year or a couple of years. I think we saw him a couple of years ago, didn't we?
Yeah.
And he's the real deal. He can run, he can pass, and I'm sure it's almost like Malik. He's got total command of the offense, and he's got some pretty good guys. When you got a running back like Johnson that you can depend upon, that's a major factor. And Barney is tremendous.
Yeah.
I'm looking at last year. He had 13 touchdowns. He completed 67% of his passes. 13 touchdowns all season long. He's got 12 now. And now he's completing 74%. Yeah. So next year he's going to have 20 passes at this stage of the game. He'll be completing 80% of his passes.
Yeah, well, we can only hope. Let me ask you about let me ask you about special teams, right? The return game. You've got to be able to win special teams if you're going to go on the road. And I know Maryland is aware of kind of Nebraska's uptick in special teams. How's the kicking and return game for the Terrapins?
The kicking game is one of the best in the Big Ten. We got Bryce McPherson, the kid transferred from Notre Dame last year. So it's his second year with us. He's averaging just under 48 yards a punt. That's the best in the Big Ten. I mean, he's got a rocket of a leg, 6'2", 190. He's a redshirt junior. I think he had a 52-yarder this year so far. That's his longest kick. Sean O'Hare is a kid that comes from Ireland. And he's an amazing story. He played at Richmond last year as a freshman and didn't miss a field goal attempt. He was 12 for 12 down at Richmond. He comes to Maryland. He's missed only 2 field goal attempts. He's 12 for 14. He started off, I think he was 10 for 10, something like that. And he is just Mr. Automatic. He has not missed a point after in his 2 years of kicking in the college game. Has not missed an extra point. So if you can get yourself a touchdown, he's like money in the bank as far as that's concerned. Outstanding kicker. Longest has been 48, 49 yards against Florida Atlantic, the dreaded Florida Atlantic team. So he is good. The kicking game is outstanding. The return game, they mix it up back there. Octavian Smith is back sometimes. Sometimes it's Kalen Webb. Sometimes it's Farouk. Sometimes it's Shalik Knotts. So that's kind of like by committee. They don't have one guy that they really depend upon. It might be Josiah McLaren, but I think he's only got like one return. He's probably the fastest guy. So that they're still working on that, and that's been pretty good, pretty solid. But the kicking game is outstanding.
Who you try to take away at that wideout spot? You have 4, 9. Well, I mean, these guys you got a trio, actually a quartet out there. Who's the lead honcho?
Are you talking about Maryland?
Yeah, wide receivers.
Oh, I think, Smith is over 1,000 yards. He's a senior from this area, Branch High School in Burtonsville. 19 catches, 324 yards, went over 1,000 yards against Washington. He has yet to get in the end zone for a touchdown, but he's the leading receiver, and he's not a big kid. He's just under, he may be 6 feet. The kid from Oklahoma that transferred, Jalil Farouk, would be in the mix, and certainly Shalik Knotts, who had a touchdown in the first 4 games of the year. He scored in every game. He's got 5 total now in 5 games. He is tremendous. And so it's Smith, Farouk, Webb is in the mix, 5 catches. So they really spread the ball around. I mean, not as much as your guy does.
Mm-hmm.
What I look like 19 guys have receptions or something like that?
He's had 2 games where he's got double digits and guys that have had catches, 10 and 11.
Stop it! You're killing me. Don't give me those information.
Well, doesn't mean it's portable to College Park. It is what it is.
I'm scared enough just looking at Rhule's numbers.
Killing me with kindness.
Does he have any weaknesses I can tell Locksley about? I mean, I won't tell him that you guys told me, but we do have a radio show tonight. I like to have some information to surprise him with.
Well, tell him we just be a gracious guest, right? That's our host, I should say. That's all. Just be a gracious host.
Hey, how good is Emmett Johnson? Tell me that.
He's pretty good. He's getting better, learning to handle the workload. Really good making the first guy miss. He's getting better.
Yeah. I can see what anybody that lives in Minneapolis would want to get out of Minneapolis and go to Lincoln.
Wow. Listen,
it's
Johnny.
It's a lot warmer in Lincoln.
I think everybody should want to get to Nebraska. Johnny, we appreciate the time. We hope you have a good call. I hope the Terrapins have a little bit less good of a game as you have a call. But
yeah, well, I'm looking forward to seeing you.
You guys coming in with the team?
Yeah, I'll get in with the team, and I'll stop in and see you Saturday because we're right next door to one another, right?
Yeah, you're in the small booth that can hold maybe one person.
Great. I'm glad the golden voice is a little guy, so we'll get in there. I'm just an analyst, so I don't have to say much.
Hey, listen, I'm just a play-by-play guy. I guess I guess right maybe 50% of the time.
All right, Johnny.
Johnny, have a great weekend.
We'll
talk
see you
to you later.
soon.
Hey, thanks for the time. Always appreciate it.
You got it.
We're going to take a quick break here. Come back with Brian Christopherson from Husker 24/7.
Aspirations can drive us. Sometimes a simple gesture is what fuels the pursuit of a dream. When it's time to make your dream a reality, we are here to help. Centris Federal Credit Union. We are where you are.
Welcome to Hurrdat Sports Live.
Believing in themselves and getting off the ball and playing with relentless effort. It's all about relentless effort, getting off the ball, relentless effort, knowing your assignment, doing your assignment. But when you get to your assignment, making a play and getting off the ball and effort. I'm always going to preach relentless effort. Will had a sack, not on the passer's move. He had a stunt call, but it was a relentless effort. Since I've been hired here, it's talking about relentless effort, shocking effort, getting to the quarterback. And it's all of us together. Keona turned him back in. Will was right there to make the tackle. So it's just about relentless effort and can't get bored with the fundamentals. And I might get bored saying that, but that's the truth. Mm-hmm. And killing the outside noise, no distractions. It's all about us in this room and then us as a team.
Welcome back, Hurrdat Sports Live, presented by Centris Federal Credit Union. That's DBM Ravi Lulla reminding you, if you're on the roads this morning, eyes up, phones down, don't get distracted. This message from the NDOT Highway Safety Office. I got distracted by Johnny, forgot what day it was, and said we had Brian Christopherson. It's actually Thursday. I don't know if you know this, DB.
Well, I think Johnny threw you for a loop when he said that Rhule was a good runner.
I think he threw me for a loop when he said Malik Washington was almost as accurate as Rhule, and I was like, oh, we're only about 15 percentage points off, but that's fine. A guy that always gives shocking effort, though.
He's hilarious. He's a good time.
He seems like a good time.
Yeah, he's a good time.
A guy that always gives the shocking effort is Michael Rose-Ivey, who is actually our guest right now, not Brian Christopherson. Despite, I'm sure, a very similar athletic profile, you're not a sports writer for Husker 24/7. What's up, MRI?
What's up, fellas? I think Brian could probably sub being third down backer. Play some nickel backer.
He gives
handle the running back.
Shocking effort.
Handle the running back and some man-to-man.
So, you guilted me into trying to behave better. Have I behaved a little bit better, not asking for as much pushback from my partner? Have you noticed any progress I've made?
1% better each day, DB. That's what it's about. 1% better each day.
People enjoy our relationship with one another, and I describe it as he's like the little brother that always wanted to be the big brother, so I just let him.
There you go. It's better for it, but look, the thing is, it's better for him that way, not for you. It's better for him that way.
As long as it's better for me, I'm cool. Here's the problem, Michael, is we're both youngest children from multiple child families, so we got some.
Okay, we're really breaking it down now.
We got some competing interests going
I
on.
can put on my sociology hat and really get to the bottom of this.
No.
We're gonna get into our star charts here in a minute.
Hey, so we were just talking, kind of trying to get a little bit of a breakdown with Maryland with their play-by-play guy, and if you're looking at this game, I think I kind of know because we talk so much, but if you're starting with one side of the ball, which one does Nebraska need to be more cognizant of if they want to come out of here with a win?
I think it's offensively. I mean, just what we just seen with the offensive line, and just it's going to be the narrative, and you can say narrative. It's going to be the reality until the narrative changes, right?
I like it.
And especially when you got a team like Maryland, like you said me, I told you about their D-line. I went back yesterday and just started going through clips. They got some guys. And a couple of guys actually remind me of Brodman from Michigan. Moves very similar, work speed to power, can also do some speed stuff, straight speed stuff. But just from what we've seen on the outside with the tackles, that's going to be the focal point. Can we stop their pass rush and give Dylan enough time to make plays, right? The other part is I think their interior guys, their D tackle and their nose is pretty good too. This is going to be the biggest, good size. They move well. They do some stunts too up front. There are a lot of just 4-man rush. They let their guys go, and they want to play coverage on the back end, which it's been hit and miss, when you're playing against better teams the past 2 weeks. But, I think the offensive line in particular is going to be important. And obviously the run game helps that, but they'll be able to protect Dylan and keep those edge guys off of them and allow them to be able to make those big plays downfield on intermediate and deep passes. And even the short ones too as well is going to be important.
Michael, speaking of that defensive line, I'm trying to weigh in my head what I'm seeing against, Towson and Florida Atlantic and seeing those guys really eat there versus yes, they still look good against Wisconsin and Washington, but if you kind of get inside the numbers, the pass rush rate and stuff kind of started pretty significantly. But like you said, they do still look like dudes. How do you kind of balance their production against better teams versus what you think their talent to be? And then let's throw in the mix. Oh yeah, by the way, Damon Williams is pretty good and pretty
well. He got it going, didn't he?
As well. How do you balance all that when trying to figure out what to expect on Saturday?
Luckily for me, I didn't waste my time on those first 3 opponents. I didn't waste my time.
How do you really feel? I'm confused.
You didn't think you learned a lot from the Towson Tigers?
I mean, great program. Great program. Shout out to their coach. He's doing a great job. I saw some things with Wisconsin and with Washington that, I think can translate. Particularly, I think the main guy stood out. I think his name is Sidney Stewart. He's a freshman. I think he's had a sack in every game.
You're talking about 29.
Oh man. That's the one. That's the one who reminds me of. Is it Brahman from Michigan?
Yep.
Yeah.
He's active.
He's active. Very active. So even with him, if he can set the tone and kind of get things going again, it kind of gets that psychological effect of hey, we got another edge spirit guy that's kind of giving us trouble, right? Do we have to go to plan B as far as what do we do to get the ball out quicker, or just altering a game plan in some form or fashion? So I like I said, I think interior wise, they got enough size and they move well enough and do some good enough things to still give Nebraska's line. We've seen what they've done so far, a little bit of problems. At least they expect going into it. Now if they go out and ace the test, and it's a whole different. Again, the narrative changes when the reality changes, or the reality changes when the narrative changes. So we gotta change that narrative and go play ball.
Yeah, they seem pretty dialed this week too, because you need to look at Zahir Mathis or number 9.
Mm-hmm.
The other side too. It's rare that guys that young where 9 would be overshadowed
Right.
Air quotes
Mm-hmm.
by 29. You know what I mean? It's
right.
like
Yeah.
But here's the thing, though. They're really good defensively, not giving up anything, points per play too. Good in the red zone. How do you think they'll fit in the run game if Nebraska's committed to it?
I can't say I watched a lot of their defensive film outside the D line part.
Yeah.
But I mean, I feel like the game plan has to be early on. If we can play the run fit with 7 or 6, and we can do it, and we feel like our D line can hold up, especially with those interior guys being a little bit bigger, maybe able to squeeze an A and a B gap, maybe to the field. So now you can play 3-over-2 coverage, those type of things. That again, until Nebraska proves it, I mean, that's what we got to do, right? Again, you talk about Dylan's numbers. He's one of the best quarterbacks in the country. So I think that's the first thing you have to stop in the game plan. But obviously, you have Emmett. What I mean, they're able to run the ball. So I'd say try to fit it with 6, right? Do some stunting a little bit, but they played pretty straight up in their first 5 games, right?
Yep.
A lot of their stunts and stuff comes on third down, the rushing games and things like that. So I think they feel confident with the bigger guys inside that they can eat up some gaps, right? Outside guys can play fast, crash down the line, and push everything out to their, alley players and apex guys.
MRI, when you're looking at the defensive ends kind of the level that we're talking about with Maryland here, outside of just, hey, our tackles need to be better and ace the test, as you put it, what are some of the other things you like?
If that's how he feels. Is that how you feel, MRI, are you pinning this on the tackles?
As far as like a big part of
the pass protection struggles.
I would say it's the most obvious in some situations, right? It's the most eye-popping when you watch the film. But again, I mean, I saw the graphic, we've all kind of maybe felt this maybe in some instances where 15 is maybe holding on to the ball a little bit too long, trying to make a bigger play than may be necessary. So I think it's a mixture of both, but again, on film, those two things are the biggest things going to pop out, right? I mean, no one's going to sit there and analyze, the technique of the kick step and the angle, and he should have did a 1-2,
what the actual protection is.
Right, exactly. And who's supposed to go where and things like that. So, I think it's a mixture of both, right? A mixture of both.
What would you try and do schematically, whether it's not even just with the blocking scheme, but in terms of some play call, play design offensively to try and neutralize those defensive ends?
I mean, sprint out draws, even some sprint outs in general, right? Get outside the pocket, cut the field in half, make that backside guy have to chase it. Bootlegs as well. I mean, we've done a good job running the ball under center. I think probably better than we have in shotgun. I would say more efficiently at least. So I mean, utilize that, and even with the pass protection, utilize some trap protections. What I mean, we're bringing the guard backside to kick out that end. Give him a more physical pass rep, if that makes sense, instead of him just being kicked back and just running speed on our guys. We want to go to the field, right? Let's work some counter pass pros or some power pass pros and be able to kick those guys out. But obviously screens, right? But sprint outs and draws, I think definitely like to see more of that. I think Dylan's good on the run. Can maybe extend some plays a little bit better without that pressure kind of right in his face and at his toes. So I think those are two to three things I think they could do for sure.
Bless your heart with the lead and sprint, because they got to it with Harburg on the double handoff. I mean, if let's say they're in like king personnel and Harburg's offset, and you just run lead with Harburg, they got back to it with the counter, right, and leveraged it, but in concept, it was just two back lead, right?
Right.
So,
right.
And for me, that warms the cockles in my hearts, because you get apex different, you get all the adjusters and edge guys. If Nebraska really wants to be successful, I think you have to find a way to have D gap run game without having to RPO.
Right.
Like, can you imagine how they're all like? The sky would be the limit. And I get it, not all offenses can be everything, but edge run game would be fantastic.
Yeah, it would. I mean,
you're like, come on, DB, like that you're doing too much.
I mean, no, it would. I mean, their way of getting to the D gap usually is with their duo stuff. You know what I mean?
They do love duo.
But as a more direct play right to it, I mean, run a little stretch outside zone. But, that's kind of been, here and there. You know what I mean? When you're working against fast fronts and guys moving across the face, I mean, it's tough to get those yards unless you really, major in that. You know what I mean? And I think, again, even though this is, Dana's, really his first full year, right, taking over the play calling, I think he's still figuring out what his identity as far as the run game is. It's a little bit of everything, and there's like you said, you like to see him kind of major in something, really be able to hang their hat on it. But again, when you got a guy like Emmett can do a lot of those things, and so you got to put him in the best situation to be able to find cutback lanes or be able to press and hit those gaps on the inside or outside. So I think he's still evolving.
Sorry about that. Am I right?
Go
Are
ahead.
you surprised to hear guys like I know Ravi loved this, and you can speak to it too, Ravi. Like, Coach Holgorsen will say things like, he's got like this breakdown of offensive sequences, and he says, I didn't like that call. It just wasn't a good call, right? And like he'll come out and he'll say things like that, which lets me know it's not so much the humility or the ownership, it's that he's so experienced, he knows what he should do in a situation like that. You know what I mean? It's just
right.
I like when guys are that experienced where they can go back and talk about things like that.
No, yeah, that's definitely a veteran coach, having that, for one, lack of ego, right? I'm not here to prove myself. My resume already doing that, right? But again, that humility, right, for him to be able to, show that side of, hey, like, yeah, I made a bad call, that's on me. And being a player, you understand that, like, when coaches are able to have ownership and hold themselves accountable, players are more willing to accept new ideas from and accept maybe challenging of their skill set or maybe their effort and things like that. So I think it's a twofold thing. We talk about Rhule always speaking like to his players through the media, right? I think, Dana, Butler does kind of very similar thing. Eckler, they all do, right? I think that it's not hard pressed to believe that these guys hear these quotes from their coaches in the press conference, right? Because I don't think it's anything to hide with this staff. Like they probably share the same things in meetings and they give them the same analysis and the same feedback, maybe in a more direct way behind closed doors, but at the same time, coaches having that ownership and doing that publicly, that just helps guys have more confidence in them.
Yeah, I had never heard outside of a game deciding call, like going for it on fourth down or a play
just
call.
Walk you through the sequence.
Yeah, not just to walk you through the sequence, but just say like, yeah, I didn't like my call there. Like it was obviously Nebraska won the game. So in the final score, it didn't matter, but usually you only hear that A, from a head coach and he'll take responsibility for something, and B, in a situation where it's like end of game, goal line, you make a play call or something, or you're talking about a gadget play or a trick play or something. Like, I don't know that I've ever heard somebody just be like, hey, in this sequence that didn't go the way we wanted it to. Yes, the first play was maybe on 15 for not getting rid of the ball. And the third play, it was on this guy for missing a block. But the second play, that was on me. That wasn't a good call. Not a good call for that spot. Like, I don't think I've ever heard that before.
I mean, yeah. I mean, again, I don't think he's politicking for another job, at least in my eyes. You know what I mean? So I don't think he's trying to hold cards back or trying to, save face. I think he's really he wants to coach ball. I think he truly meant it when he said, hey, I got Riola for 2 more years. Like I'm gonna soak this all up. So I think he's embracing just the entire experience of just being a coordinator. So I think that transparency it's definitely welcome, for a fan base that wants to know everything that goes on beyond closed doors. So I think it lends well to, us as people on the outside looking in for perspective about how things go and how he's kind of thinking about play calling and play sequences.
MRI, I can't tell you how excited I am to see how and if and when Nebraska handles travel, right? 2 nights outside your own bed, right? Managing the travel schedule and pitting it against your emotional growth, what's happening on the field. Because there's always components to being a good road team, right? There's the actual play, and then there's the handling of the day-to-day rigor when you're on the road. How will you know you're pitting against? How do you know when you can hear a guy like Sierra Wright say, hey, that run fit, part of that was on me, right? If I hold the post, then he can do this, and then I can get, Javen to fit here. Like, that's on me. So you get the football acumen, but then also you have all day tomorrow after the walkthrough and getting there tonight where that's also part of it. How will you kind of balance the maturity and the growth based on what you think you'll see on Saturday?
Yeah, it's almost like a mini bowl trip in a sense, kind of, a fraction of a bowl trip, without obviously all the fun and activities and things you do around that. Because I can't remember a time we ever went out, 2 days, and even playing at like Rutgers and
It's different.
yeah, I would assume it's different. You know what I mean? Especially um that first day out there, where you kind of go through everything you got to go through, and you're just kind of sitting around, probably maybe taking care of some classwork, checking in with family, getting some last, film stuff in, and then you kind of get back to your kind of normal travel routine on that Friday. Um, so yeah, that'd be interesting. I think at the end of the day, I mean, I think they've doing this. I mean, we've seen obviously Lincoln Riley, he came out and he kind of complained about the travel, going from the West Coast, East Coast. He had some other Big Ten coaches kind of complain about it.
Yeah.
And again, I think with the podcast, just how Rhule's thinking, his forward thinking. I mean, he's okay with being an ambassador for something different. You know what I mean? And embracing it, right? So I think they've definitely probably looked at this probably in June or May, you know what I mean, and kind of planned this and mapped this out, understand. I heard they're bringing their own chef, kind of bringing like literally the whole road, the whole show's going on the road. So I think that they planned this, it's well thought out. So they're gonna have a plan around this, or plan for this and plan for everything as far as how to keep the guys mentally engaged throughout the day, the next 2 days, and be ready to go perform.
Michael, as you kind of look at Malik Washington in particular, because I keep having this thought, and I don't know how you maybe have not thought of it in this way, and if you haven't, then you can tell me to buzz off. But like, where do you rank him on the quarterbacks Nebraska's played so far?
He's the third best, or let's see, the fourth best power forward guy we faced. I don't think he's better than Underwood. I don't think he's better than Childs.
He's certainly not.
He's better than I don't think he's better than Sorsby.
And we didn't even talk. Have we? In full disclosure, you and I have not talked about this, correct?
Right, correct.
I'm telling you.
I get the talent, right? I get the talent.
I get the talent, yeah.
But sure. I look at it and I go, it feels like there's a lot of consternation and hand wringing about this guy, and he's had a nice season, but the numbers aren't crazy. Like 60% completion in this era is not crazy. He's had a very nice true freshman season so far. The numbers have dropped off against power conference opponents. And I sit here and I go, okay, he's not better than Sorsby. I don't think he's better than Underwood. I'm sure he's not better than Childs.
Right.
And I sit here and I go,
It's funny too, MRI, because we're going to look at Childs and we're going to be like, well, that guy wasn't very good.
No, he's pretty good.
Well, he had been. He was shook early.
I think Childs too. My question
let's go back to can I go back to that Childs from Saturday?
Yeah.
I felt like, and the PA or the play-by-play guy said it right before he came on his first snap. He said if Childs can have a great game and put on a map, and he looked like a guy that was trying to play for a draft stock.
Yeah,
He looked like a guy that was, and you could see, I think, in the frustration on the sideline because you've been there. Like this is your moment, your big stage. You got this high-ranking pass, defense that everyone's raving about or talking about, and you kind of have that kind of performance. You can see that emotion. That's at least what I thought, just from being a former player, being in that kind of moment, and thinking, hey, this is my shot, really to kind of get on that big stage. So. That's what I saw, at least. I don't know. I could be wrong there, but I don't think he's. I think he's good. I think he shows a lot of poise for a young guy. I think if you're gonna talk about schematics later, I could save it. But I think schematically, what they do, it doesn't keep me up. You know what I mean?
It's pretty simple.
No, you can elaborate because
I
think it plays. Right? If Nebraska's on there, this is it's super myopic.
Nebraska got to show up.
They got to show up and play. But schematically, I think you agree they're playing in the Nebraska hands.
Yes, and that's why when you ask like what that first question I think Ravi asked about who should be the biggest focus point. And that's why I said O-line, because I'm not really worried about the defense in this game. They're the 7th worst rushing offense in the country. I get, again, we're going against another, good set of receivers. But again, I tweeted a guy yesterday. I feel like we said that every game outside the 2 FCS games. Cincinnati, okay, they got 3 guys that are absolutely going crazy now with Sorsby that we shut down. Michigan, I don't think their receiver core was, as explosive, I guess, in the film coming into it, but there's still good guys in that core. They did a good job against them.
Michigan State's are really good. Michigan State,
Michigan State, yeah. I mean, if you saw what Amari Kelly was doing versus USC and those other guys, I mean, you would.
Again, poor 22 for SC.
And Marsh
was getting.
And Marsh, yeah,
might be the best one in the group.
Right. Marsh looked pretty freakish in those first couple games. So, again, we say it every week. Hey, this is the best receiving core they face. So, what's the challenge? And again, my thing is, when are you going to just say, hey, we have confidence in those guys to go cover, do their thing, and we're going to really get after it in the run game. And so, I think with they lean heavy on quick passes. I don't know. If they're aggressive in coverage and aggressive with their blitz package they were last week, offense will have plenty of opportunities to get points on the board, in my opinion. Plus special teams. I know, DB, we talked about that.
I love your reservation. So this is the total player coach I'm hearing, because you want to say, I'm feeling, and you could be like, DB, shut up. You want to Nebraska can hammer these guys, but the fact that you have to go out and play the game and anything can happen, I think gives you pause, because you don't want to think like that. Right. But your eyes are telling you this is a good matchup for them. I think that's why it's 7, to be honest.
Yeah, they're trying to get some guys. Again, there's no disrespect to them. I mean, it's not anything about them, but just, again, the matchup.
Can Nebraska handle what comes with playing on the road? That's be the key. It's not a schematics thing.
Yeah, it's not a schematics thing. It's not. And, I can see that being a part of the Rhule kind of, doing what he's doing. Like, it's not about schematics. This is more psychological. Like, can we handle, right, sitting on the stove, right, and letting the water boil until we're ready, right, and be ready for that opportunity, you know what I mean, and kind of get those guys away from Lincoln. You know what I mean? We had a great game last week, probably a lot of fanfare around campus. Get these guys out here early, get them isolated, get us that, one of us mentality, us versus the world, plus the Husker fans, right? Don't leave them out. And
I wonder how many.
Let's go get a win.
I don't think we're going to pull in. I can't imagine getting to the hotel before 8:00 tonight. So I wonder what we'll see tomorrow, because we're far away from, not far away. We're not staying in College Park. We're going to bus there. So I wonder what the contingency will be, because I've never been.
Yeah, I've never been there either. Yeah, never been there.
Michael, is there like a, you don't have to predict the score for me, but like, is there a type of score that you think favors Nebraska versus Maryland?
What's the weather? Weather gonna be decent?
I saw 6. Was it 65? It was light winds. Here, let me if Ravi can buy me some time. I'm
65 degrees in DC with a crab cake. There ain't nothing like it, DB.
Listen, I may or may not, MRI, have spent an inordinate amount of time Googling restaurants.
Oh man, you're gonna get your money's worth.
So, man, I'm torn. I love crab cakes. I'm a big scallops guy. I love all seafood. Big halibut guy. I'm just gonna have to narrow it down. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah.
Saturday 68, low winds.
Yeah, I say it'd probably be I think they win by double digits. I wonder how many points they score. Maybe 24-27, something like that. Could get even bigger, especially if they're really getting them off the field on third down and really doing things like that. So, I think that again, double digits for sure.
Let me get you out on this. MRI, as a guy who's traveled and had to play on the road. Bigger deal spending 2 nights in Maryland this week, or coming back to play in Minneapolis on Friday next week?
I want to say it depends on how they handle this week, but I'll say on the surface, probably playing Friday because I think that's more of a change in the actual the psyche. Yeah, the psyche of performance. You know what I mean? You're always mostly playing always on a Saturday, so get one less day of game plan and one less day of recovery. So you kind of got to adjust like how much are we going to be in full contact throughout the week and things like that. But I think getting out there 2 days earlier is going to be to their benefit. You know what I mean? Get them acclimated with everything, get them adjusted. And the more time you got the team around each other, especially with the sound of this group, how close they are, I feel like they just keep getting better. You know what I mean? So, and keep building that bond and keep building that confidence in each other. They can go out there and make plays. So, um, no, I definitely think on the surface is definitely probably playing on Friday. But again, you come out here, knock on wood, and kind of don't perform at the high level that you would like to. That becomes even a bigger challenge, right? Because you're trying to fix things with one less day, right? So I would say, go take care of business. But I'm pretty confident. I think this is going to be a fun game for the Husker fans to watch. And as long as we can do offensively, then I think this should be a good win for Nebraska. Good confidence win coming off of the Michigan State one with the same type of performance again.
Always spectacular. Thanks, MRI.
Man, appreciate you guys.
Sure.
Always good to talk to our friend Michael Rose-Ivey, former Husker high school coach.
I love that dude.
Does really good film breakdowns on Twitter.
I let him bully me too. It's fine.
Well, it's because you like him.
No, he means well.
Yeah.
Right? Like sometimes he's just like, man, you need to be quiet.
He's very good at what he does. Going through his film breakdown, he doesn't give kind of a ton of opinions. He's like, hey, I think Nebraska could do well
that's
here.
one thing his self-control, like,
yes,
he keeps it about football.
But I could tell he feels like Nebraska could win this game big.
Yeah, we'll see.
That's the vibe I got from the film breakdown. Make sure you go check it out on his Twitter page if you get a chance. We will be back. More Hurrdat Sports Live. That's Damon. I'm Ravi.
Well, something that I feel like is something to say is that, like, everyone circles Nebraska on their calendar when they play us, and like every game that we play like on the road will be circled in everyone else's calendars. And I feel like learning that something that Jalen has told me recently is that, like, we're here to make great plays, but the great players are the ones that are consistent, the ones that are able to do this for a long period of time. I mean, we're playing, this is like so much longer than any of our high school or club seasons, like, and it's grueling, and it's an everyday grind. We're practicing every day opposed to 2 to 3 times a week, and we have school and a social life and just trying to balance just being an 18 and 19-year-old girls. And so I feel like just learning to every day is a new day to get better and finding ways that we can improve our game in any way that we can. Obviously, I think our play this weekend has been great, and I think it was so fun, but we can always get better from that.
Yeah, it really shows what team that, like, what we could be like. It shows how we just don't give up, and just how we can just flip a bad situation to a good, and we really needed that, and it shows that we can just, if we keep just playing how we playing when we get our good snaps and bad snaps, it's just we just got to focus on what's next. And I say we've been doing what we've been doing and just playing good football, and we really need that. That's how I just play. Like I like getting the ball, and when the ball's in my hands, I don't like going down or getting tackled, and I always make the first dude miss. So like Dana, he knows how to get me the ball, and when he gave me the ball on that play and I made that touchdown, it just shows what I can do with the ball. So like yeah, I feel like I was like the man to get the ball to and make the play, and that's what I'm here to do.
You're listening to Hurrdat Sports Live.
Welcome back, Hurrdat Sports Live. That's DBM Ravi, Lulla. We're presented by Centris Federal Credit Union. And I got to remind you about our friends over at Next Gen Male Medical.
I have got to see them.
Yeah, you got to get over there, man.
Well, listen, last week was a little rough.
Fair enough.
I know what I want to do. Can I just tell them?
Yeah, what do you want to do?
I want to do what you're doing.
Yeah, you got to get the peptides going.
Was it Sir Moylan?
Sir Morlin.
Him too.
Sir Morlin. I knight you, Sir Morlin of the Seven Kingdoms.
Yeah, I want to be able to recover.
No, it feels good.
I'm dead serious.
No, I legitimately. So I've been out for a couple weeks now. I feel really good. I feel like it's helped.
As the schedule has intensified, I do more on the practice field with our guys.
Yeah.
Like actively demonstrating.
Well,
I'm old.
And I got cleared to return to activities after the eyeball thing. So
yeah,
like I'm trying to ramp back up, and I feel pretty good.
So if I came off the top rope on an elbow, I won't have to feel bad that.
No, the blunt force trauma is still not great for it, but that's a little different than playing tennis, DB. It's not as high impact. So
it depends. Have you not seen Mr. Deeds?
Yeah, I'm not gonna just sit there and let a guy hit me with a ball. It's not really how that works. I think that guy may not be a very good tennis player.
So now my AccuWeather is showing slight chance of rain too.
But give him a call, 402-614-9700. Our friends at Next Gen Male Medical.
Now.
You better. You gotta go see Nick. Nick is super cool. They're all super cool.
Nick
over there.
Sounds like a guy I would like.
Yeah, I think you would. He's super cool. But yeah, you tell me like, hey, the Sir Moreland is working for my guy.
Yeah, I was going there Friday, and I was like, hey.
Yeah, that was a few Fridays ago, and you had like a haircut or something, or you had to leave for. No, I thought it was a week before that. Oh, I could be wrong. All right.
No.
I thought you rescheduled before that.
Thursday was not a good day, so Friday.
True, accurate. Yeah. That's all right. I'm sure they'll get you in whatever.
Haircut. I ain't go there either.
No, I thought it was the week before that you had to reschedule.
No.
All right.
Jack Wagon.
I don't remember the time frames.
It's 2 weeks ago.
No, I don't remember the Next Gen time frame. I thought that was the week before. That's all. You call Nick whenever you're ready. He'll understand. He's a good guy.
And now I got to be ultra self-conscious because flipping Bruntz Steve is apparently good at doing screen grabs.
Yeah, he's been doing a lot of those now.
Dude, he's incredible.
He's been doing a lot of those now.
Dude, caption contest. He reminds me of my staff.
Yeah.
They do that to me all the time.
He's doing a lot of screen grabs. There's a lot of facial expressions. Sometimes I do forget that people can see us or hear us.
I'm telling you, Sasha, I don't want to have to fight her because
I think she might win.
I know, right? So it's like I gotta sabotage this camera.
Don't do that. Don't
I
sabotage.
gotta do something.
Don't
You see, I'm already not hardwired today. I'm hoping it screws up somehow.
Yeah, there's a reason you're not in control of the camera.
Well, you told me because I was dumb. You didn't tell
No.
me. Yes, you did.
No, I said that's why I don't have you set up the camera. You don't have it connected to your computer because you would sabotage it. Those are two different things.
Wow.
And I didn't say you were dumb. I said sometimes you struggle with technology.
Because she's mean to me, Brandon. That's why. He said, why would you ever want to fight Sasha?
I mean, I wouldn't want to fight Sasha because she would beat me up.
He hasn't had to work for her before.
Sasha's a little scary. I'm going to be honest with you. Love her to death, but a little scary. Like
I love her delivery when she's trying not to be mean, but she needs to get her point across.
Oh, yeah.
Is hilarious.
It's incredible. I see it in meetings sometimes, and I was like, you don't know what she really wants to say to you right now.
How about when she says, look, dude. Look, dude. You know it's coming.
Oh, Brandon's played hockey against her.
Oh, I'm sure he got forechecked.
Because she's tough.
Yeah. Yeah. That's those are the boards.
She seems like she's gonna choose violence in every area of her life.
She seems like a high sticker.
That's I don't think she's cheap. I don't think she's doing cheap shot at anybody.
Look, dude.
I've seen her play a couple times.
Is that not her go-to when you know it's coming?
Look, dude. And then she kind of like gives you the
look. Dude.
She gives you the look, dude, as she's telling you the look, dude. Yeah, it's not great.
When's the crew leaving? Tomorrow?
I think so. I think tomorrow mid-morning.
Hey, if anybody's got a PJ leaving early Saturday morning, holler at your boy. I'll hop on.
What about tomorrow? You can do. Oh yeah, you can't do tomorrow. Tomorrow doesn't help you at all.
Me.
Doesn't help you at all. Yeah. Who's going out Saturday early? Give our guy DB a call. You know, 888-638-4876.
It's a little late with as detailed as that itinerary is.
They've got probably 2 hours before you'd have to leave.
So I'm scared to death to ever forward or share because I feel like they could track me and I need to be a guy they can trust. But so bad sometimes I want to show you this travel schedule.
Mm-hmm.
It's
intense.
Yes.
Meticulous.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I love how every 4 sentences it's a business trip.
It's a reminder.
So I was packing yesterday because of course my suitcase, what I'm wearing when I go back home and shower again, and it's all laid out, right? So I can just, I'm tempted to wear that Carolina pullover.
Oh, you should.
I should be able to get a ride there because they would.
Yeah, go on home.
I just wonder. There's that, that. Yeah. It's the new breed part of me that wonders.
Is that Kenny?
What they would say. Like, would they really be mad? Now, I wouldn't wear Nike.
Yeah.
Or something
Jordan
like that.
Brand, yeah.
But
same thing.
You think it is?
No, I mean they're owned by the same company, but they separated them.
So if I wore that pullover, like we don't play against Carolina.
No, it's a sweet pullover though.
Yeah,
it's a cool looking shirt. Yeah.
Yeah. I just want to wear something other than black, red, or gray.
Well, and you don't like.
The frick you laughing at? Nobody asked you, especially after your little debacle during the break.
You should wear white more.
So I had a nice white Nebraska zip up. It did not wash well.
Oh yeah, you run into that sometimes with
no, and I'm not dumb. It didn't turn pink. It just does. It looks.
No, sometimes it gets a little dingy. Like it's
not exactly.
Yeah, no, I know exactly what you mean.
Like putty.
Yeah, it looks like it has just taken on like the brightness is gone.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I like wearing white clothes. Like that's the thing I notice a lot with my clothes.
Well, you wear it because you're vain. You think it looks good against your brown complexion.
100%, yes.
I like white because it's different.
Different from what? You good?
No, I'm waiting for Lance to text me so I can punch him too. I know something smart's coming.
Lance is worried about Maryland's defense.
A lot of people are.
Yeah,
we'll get into it.
Got the rush ends. We'll see what's happening.
What our next guest is for.
Well, no, our next guest is to try and make us a little bit of money.
See,
it's a small.
It's an inside joke. Oh, I showed you.
Yeah. Yeah, Landon Ironpain. I'm aware of this. It's part of the brand.
I think I could rock with Landon.
Let's take a quick break here. We're going to talk to Brian Edwards, our Vegas insider, see if we can make a little money this weekend. That's DBM Ravi Lulla. It's Hurrdat Sports Live.
Aspirations can drive us. Sometimes a simple gesture is what fuels the pursuit of a dream. When it's time to make your dream a reality, we are here to help. Centris Federal Credit Union. We are where you are.
I think it's, everybody, at least on the starting offensive line, we've all played road games before, so, we know what we're walking into. And it just comes down to getting those younger guys kind of, ready to go, get used to being on the road, get used to traveling. It was good that we already had the road game in KC, but the game itself felt more like a home game. So, it might take just a little bit of extra prep for some of those young guys to get ready for it, but we should be good to go. Yeah, personally, I like it. Sometimes, especially on those longer travel trips, it feels like you get there, plane lands, and it's just right into the next thing up until kickoff. And so, getting there a day early, I think it'll be a good time for us to kind of just get our legs back after the flight, take a deep breath, just relax going into game time.
You're listening to Hurrdat Sports Live. Now, Vegas insider, senior handicapper, and fan of the cold Budweiser bottles, Brian Edwards.
It's got to be touchdown, touchdown, touchdown.
Brian Edwards.
I don't really love it.
Brian Edwards.
Were they using the cream cheese to butter the bagel?
Brian Edwards.
I'm going with the cowgirl.
Here is Brian Edwards.
Welcome back, Hurrdat Sports Live, presented by Centris Federal Credit Union. That's DBM Ravi, Lulla here at Hurrdat Sports Bar and Grill. We are joined now by Brian Edwards, our Vegas insider from Major Wager. B, what's going on, buddy?
Good morning, gentlemen. What's happening?
We're just hanging around, man. You ready for this weekend?
I am.
A little reluctant.
I don't have a ton of games yet. I don't know. Maybe it's a injury thing. Like, I'm waiting on some injury news, but I don't know. I've got a few that I'm pretty confident in.
B, since we don't have a ton of games to get to, can we talk about something that happened last week first?
Sure.
Pereira?
No. Come on.
Oh, Roundtree or how about Roundtree and
Dude,
Pro Huskers round 3?
It was a great fight weekend.
I know, and I didn't watch any of them. I caught the highlights late night. I mean, I was watching football, man. Sorry.
What would you have going late? Duke Cal? Like, where was the interference?
Well, I was
the end of the FSU Miami game.
I was kind of celebrating.
It got a little.
Texas, Florida.
So that's what I was
kind of celebrating.
Were you 35 Bud heavies in or what?
I mean, like 12.
And you're a little dude. Holy, wait, you got down 12?
Yeah, sure. But, yeah. I mean,
is this like the year we lost you for the wedding and we couldn't find you for 2 days? Was it one of those?
It wasn't that bad, no.
So, B, I got to ask you, obviously you were celebrating, so you're happy that Billy Napier going to be sticking around Gainesville.
No, whoa, easy. So I was very encouraged by the On3 report yesterday that it's going to take a miracle run and a miracle finish for him to be retained, which that's telling me win out CFP or else.
So I just thought it was, that game worked out perfectly for me. All of my narratives were perfect because Arch was terrible.
Right.
DJ wasn't great, but they still won, so that ruined Arch's day even more. And it puts Florida in such a terrible spot constantly with Billy Napier. Like, that game could not have gone better for me.
He's such a hater.
and Billy Bob was in his bag with the clock management, man.
Oh,
man.
All right. Can I just start with one that is driving? There's a couple of these 2 in the hook games that are fascinating. And I want to go right to Alabama and Missouri.
Ooh,
sure.
Like, we're looking at this game. I'm not even going to say must win because I'm not part of the hyperbole train. But this has got to be pretty important for DeBoer to start garnering some confidence with the fan base, right?
Yeah.
Something good post Georgia.
Right. And it's an ideal spot for Missouri. 2 weeks to prepare. Alabama coming off of that 60-minute war with Georgia, and then a big-time revenge game that they were looking forward to. And by the way, that was a misleading final. I don't know if y'all that was a hell of a game last week, Bama and Vandy.
Yeah.
And that was
one of those backdoor late. I can't believe it covers
2014 going into the fourth.
Ahead of the number for 59 minutes and 43 seconds.
Yep. And it was a long run.
Yeah, on fourth down.
Yeah.
It's like, go down.
Yeah, dude. Go down, bro. Go down. Yeah. But so Alabama off a revenge game preceded by their next biggest rival outside of Auburn these days in the Georgia game. So those are two wars they're coming off of. And Missouri's had 2 weeks to prepare and played a cupcake before the open date. But it was 6.5 on the look ahead at FanDuel this time last week, and I would have loved Missouri at plus 6.5. I just can't get there at +3 or +3.5, but I want Missouri. So I'm going to be looking for them a halftime bet or a live bet if Alabama gets the lead. If I can get them +7 or better, I would jump all over that.
There we go. B, as we're getting into some of your favorite plays for the weekend, what do you like with the Tennessee Volunteers in that total?
Okay, I mean, what unit do we have the least confidence in the SEC right now? I would probably say Arkansas's defense, right?
I mean, you're going to score.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's fair.
Yeah. So, I mean, the Vols have scored 45, 72, 41, 56, and 41 in their 5 games. They're number 1 in the nation in scoring, averaging 51 a game, 9th in the country in total offense, 5th in passing yards. Arkansas, 16th in the SEC, 110 nationally in scoring D. But if we take out the Alabama A&M and the Arkansas State games, they would be ranked 135 out of 136 in scoring D. They would be, I mean, the last 3 games against Memphis, Ole Miss, and Notre Dame, they've given up an average of 43 points per game. And that was with Notre Dame taking the foot off the accelerator when they had 42 at halftime. So I'm going Vols. I'm going team total over. It's 40.5 at a little extra juice at DraftKings, or 41.5 at -108 juice at FanDuel. I would like it all the way to 42 Vols team total over.
Let me ask you something. Does the change in coordinating and defensive philosophy bother you at all about Arkansas? Or bad players, just bad players? What do you think?
Well, the late, great Dave Koken, who was a Las Vegas titan in the radio world for many decades, passed away about a year ago. He, in any sport, he always backed the team in the first game with the interim coach. So that's why I don't want to lay the points with Tennessee. I mean, I think Petrino's going to have those guys ready to go, and Taylor Green and Mike Davis will probably go off and have big – it might be a very good game, but I think I just trust Tennessee to get a bunch of points. Did I answer your question? I'm sorry.
Yeah. No, I'm good.
Okay.
As you're looking at your Gators, we talked about earlier, coming off that big upset of Texas, how do you feel as they go get Texas A&M now and they're catching 7.5?
Well, I just think Florida's offense with Dallas Wilson is just a whole different animal. I mean, I was so fired up for this guy, and then he missed, the first 4 games, but his collegiate debut, 111 receiving yards and 2 touchdowns. And Florida's they held I know Texas is having O-line issues, but they held Texas to 52 rushing yards on 26 attempts. But the running back, Manning had 37 rushing yards. The running backs for Texas only had 16 rushing yards on 11 attempts. So I think Florida's defense is playing really well. I think the offense now with Dallas Wilson is what they hoped it would be. And finally, Napier gave Jaden Baugh the 27 touches he needs. I think this is a very close game. I like the Gators plus 7.5. Elko's only 3-7. ATS is a home favorite.
Hey, B, let me ask you something before we get into your teasers. What did you make Indiana and Oregon?
I had seen the look-ahead line. So let me see. What did I write down on the Big Ten? I had seen the look-ahead line. So hold on. Where is my Big Ten? Okay. Actually, I made it 12.5.
Oh, wow.
And I took Illinois ignorantly against Indiana, and I figuratively made myself go to the chalkboard Monday morning and write 100 times I'll never fade Cignetti. But I like Oregon, but I don't know that I'm going to fade Cignetti. But
it goes against everything I believe, right? Because they're, in my opinion, just watching both these teams a ton, Oregon is clearly better.
Yes.
The line is too short, though.
I think so too.
So normally I'd be like, "Oh, you got to take
Vegas
Indiana."
Yeah, Vegas.
Right?
Knows.
You have to take Indiana. But then I'm like, Oregon's so much better. But I'm with you. The line should be double digits. I don't know why it's only 7.5. I like that has Indiana. That has Indiana
stinky line written all over
it. That is a stinky line in my opinion.
I think it was just the lopsided margin against Illinois gave them.
You think?
You know,
I don't think they know what to do with Indiana. I do think Indiana is truly kind of one of those outliers.
You might be right.
Where they're just like, I have no idea what to do with Indiana.
I would totally be a spectator, but I think the line, like if it was just regular old me, the line is horrible. I would hammer Indiana.
We've also seen Oregon, or we've also seen Indiana when they've played clearly better talent get beat. Like that's where Indiana loses, right? Like so that's. Oh, B, we lost you there. We don't have audio. I don't know what happened.
He might have clicked one of his buttons.
I don't know what happened.
My back.
There you go.
Yeah, so Indiana was only an underdog twice last year, but they got beat pretty good and didn't cover both those games. Isn't that wild? That shows how easy their schedule's been. They've only been underdogs twice since Signetti got there, or this is the third time.
Yeah, I do think there's something when they're actually playing like clearly better teams that's where it starts to fall apart.
You want to do NFL or your teasers, B?
How much time do we have? Just you tell me.
You got time. Just NFL might be cleaner before we.
Okay, yeah. Let me just rip off a few. I'm gonna go Jackson Dart rushing yards prop over tonight. I've seen it anywhere between 35 and 37.5. His first two starts, he's had 54 and 55. And we go back his last 5 games at Ole Miss, he had 47, 50, 71, 77, and 43. So he's had 43 rushing yards. And then his last 7 starts. So I'm doing that tonight. I'm going Bucks -3 at home to the Niners. Both teams have injuries galore, but Baker Mayfield's carrying this team, and the rookie receiver, Egbuka, 7 catches, 163 yards, 1 touchdown last week, 25 catches, 445, and 5 TDs already. And Mayfield's playing elite right now. And cross-country trip for the Niners. I like Bucks -3. I'm going to start going back. Now that Jaden's healthy, I think I'm going to be back on Commanders every week. I'll lay 4 or 4.5 to the Bears Monday night. And I like the rookie running back, Ja'Cory Krosky-Merritt. He is, he's given them a better option as a, featured running back than they had last year. He's averaging 6.6 yards per carry, 4 touchdowns, 283 rushing yards so far. Can I go back college and do Texas Tech team total over 37.5 against Kansas?
Are they the best team in the Big 12 for you?
Yes.
Okay.
I mean, they're a machine right now. Now, I don't know that they've played that great a competition, but when you're just absolutely destroying them. So Kansas has played 2 elite offenses, gave up 42 at Mizzou and 37 at Cincy, but Texas Tech's got a better offense than Cincy. And Texas Tech is second in the nation in scoring, 48.6 points per game. I think they get more than 38, and the team total is 37.5.
That is our guy, Brian Edwards, Vegas Insider from Major Wager. B, appreciate the time as always. We'll talk to you next week.
Thanks, guys. Y'all have a great weekend.
Thanks, B.
That is Brian Edwards.
What game are you most excited about in the Big Ten?
Indiana, Oregon.
I'm not.
You know me, I'm a hater. Want to see Signetti lose.
I'm all in on Michigan
USC is good. Michigan USC
all
really
in. Good. It will tell me a ton.
Yeah, Michigan USC is really good. I think that's a good game. I'm excited about that. Yeah, did you hear what he said there real quick about Cincinnati? Elite offense.
Hey, anybody check on Sorsby's stats?
What did he have against Nebraska? I don't remember.
I love Butler.
That's okay. It's just something to think about. Michael Bruntz joining us next here on Hurrdat Sports Live.
Well, it's something that I feel like is something to say is that like everyone circles Nebraska on their calendar when they play us, and like every game that we play like on the road will be circled in everyone else's calendars. And I feel like learning that something that Jalen has told me recently is that like we're here to make great plays, but the great players are the ones that are consistent, the ones that are able to do this for a long period of time. I mean, we're playing, this is like so much longer than any of our high school or club seasons, like, and it's grueling and it's an everyday grind. We're practicing every day opposed to 2 to 3 times a week, and we have school and a social life and just trying to balance just being an 18 and 19-year-old girls. And so I feel like just learning to every day is a new day to get better and finding ways that we can improve our game in any way that we can. Obviously, I think our play this weekend has been great, and I think it was so fun, but we can always get better from that.
Yeah, it really shows what team that, like, what we could be like. It shows how we just don't give up, and just how we can just flip a bad situation to a good, you know. And we really needed that, and it shows that we can just, if we keep just playing how we're playing when we get our good snaps and bad snaps, it's just, we just got to focus on what's next. And I say we've been doing what we've been doing and just playing good football, and we really need that. That's how I just play. Like I like getting the ball, and when the ball's in my hands, I don't like going down or getting tackled, and I always make the first dude miss. So like Dana, he knows how to get me the ball, and when he gave me the ball on that play and I made that touchdown, it just shows what I can do with the ball. So like, yeah, I feel like I was like the man to get the ball to and make the play, and that's what I'm here to do.
A successful financial future is built one coin at a time. Whether you're just starting out or a seasoned saver, we've got the financial resources and team of experts who will be with you every step of the way. Centris Federal Credit Union. We are where you are.
Welcome to Hurrdat Sports Live.
Welcome back, Hurrdat Sports Live, presented by Centris Federal Credit Union. That's DB. I'm Ravi Lulla here at Hurrdat Sports Bar and Grill. We are joined now by our Thursday friend, Michael Bruntz from Husker 24/7. Bruntz, what's going on, buddy?
Not much. How you guys doing?
That's kind of standard. Pretty good, Bruntz. How you doing? It's good.
I have a question.
Oh, gosh.
Uh-oh.
All right.
What do we got?
Is it true that you guys are wearing costumes for your event on Halloween? Is that true?
I'm going to be honest with you. Costumes have been discussed.
Both of you?
That's
Damon, are you wearing a costume?
Are you? I feel like I'm going to have to tell on myself because I know he is just waiting. I may or may not. I was joking.
Sure.
But I did Google pajama onesies. One time I was fawning over Travis Hunter and him getting on camera, and I was like, "Oh, I'd wear a onesie." And I was like, "No, you wouldn't." And I go, "Yeah, I would." I said I would wear an adult onesie. So
I still don't believe you, by the way, because.
So I thought about it. I was like, so I Googled yesterday. I was working with Avery. I was like, oh, they have, killer whales and shark. They had lots of things I would like. But then I thought about it, Bruntz, and I'm like, could I really sit here in a costume for 3 hours in public while people are just looking? You know what I mean? Like then my insecurity started to kick in. So the long answer is I don't know, but it did cross my mind.
Okay.
What's going on in your household for costume purchases?
Well, as you know, I
thought I'd always pick something elaborate. Like she was Maleficent and those.
Oh, okay.
It's always complicated.
Where you're like, hey, Zoe, you're doing too much.
Yeah, get something with a little mask and a little stretchy string that hurt the back of your head and your ears after like 5 minutes.
Yeah, like just a ghost, like a bed sheet with the
eyes.
Remember,
you used to complain to your parents, it's hurting my ears, and you try to put it in the middle of your head, and then it would never stay right.
Yeah, like roll up or roll down.
Where are those days?
Yeah, they're long gone. We're going through a Harry Potter phase with our oldest, so we've got a Hermione Granger, and then I don't know if you've experienced this, but there's like no more difficult negotiation than trying to pin down like a 3-year-old on what they want to be for Halloween. Like we've been having these discussions for months, and it's just to reconfirm that what was wanted the week before is still top of mind. And so we're just ready.
That's a racket too. Like I'd love to be in the costume business. It is. I mean, like you're going to make your nut in like 1 year with these places, and people lose their mind. Like Halloween has to be one of the top American holiday. It's got to be like ahead of Thanksgiving, doesn't it?
Yeah. No, I'd say so.
People go crazy
in terms of my enjoyment. I enjoy Halloween more than Thanksgiving. Is that a hot take?
I agree, Bruntz. I agree.
Yeah.
Really?
I have feelings about certain things that happen around Thanksgiving.
Hot take.
I don't love some of the food choices that go on and things like that. So I think there's a lot of things that are a little overrated about Thanksgiving.
Yeah.
And I think Halloween.
Like togetherness, overrated.
Yeah, like remembering what you're thankful for, being grateful for things. Dumb.
Gratitude. Stupid.
Yeah. Only for idiots. Candy for everyone.
Enjoy your mushy food, suckers. That's what it is.
Yeah.
Delivery.
Has anybody not at Thanksgiving been like stuffed?
Togetherness.
I'm just saying, if somebody shows up with stuffing at your house any other day of the year, you're like, get out. What are we doing? Get out. Or like a can of cranberry sauce, which is like, people will die over that stuff. Get out of my house.
It's just funny too, because like mashed potatoes, they shouldn't even be made to be portable, but people always try. I'll bring the crock pot. Can I plug it in with the? Look, when did you make those?
Wait.
No, I'm eating.
So now you're concerned about food safety?
It's not a protein. I can eat I'll eat 4-day-old ham, but 6-hour-old mashed potatoes aren't going to be as good.
That's backwards.
Damon, somebody shows up at Damon's house with a crock pot full of mashed potatoes. He's like, I'm not eating those unless they've been in the oven for 6 days.
Wow.
Just rotting in their own juices.
He's like, when did you make that spiral ham?
2 weeks ago?
Week
Let's
and a half
go.
ago? We're in. When did you make those mashed potatoes? 2 hours ago? Pass.
Fresh food? No, thank you.
It makes perfectly good sense to me. I don't know.
No.
You guys have never had mashed potatoes that are sitting. You have to like literally reheat them.
Yeah.
Your aversion to reheating things is I don't understand it. You're like, oh, you have to reheating something is like a deal breaker for you.
How it reheats absolutely is.
Yes, but mashed potatoes reheat.
That's fine. I'd put them in a skillet, get a little crust on them if they're old. I'm just saying they don't taste the same.
But never mind.
I'm glad I could.
The 3-day-old.
Here I was
The
thinking.
3-day-old.
I was getting ready to champion Bruntz, going in on you on hating being thankful and togetherness, and somehow I get murdered.
So 3-day-old shrimp pizza tastes the same, but
it was 2-day-old, and it was only not refrigerated for like 12 hours. It's fine.
That is not the original story you told.
Overnight. 6 o'clock the day before. I didn't put it in the fridge.
That tastes better than like 2-hour-old mashed potatoes to you.
I would probably eat 2-hour-old mashed potatoes. It just is such a difference from how if you just had them fresh.
Okay.
Well, you're not a gravy guy though, right?
No,
like
gravy sucks.
So you're just eating like those mashed potatoes dry, right?
So you're dry scooping mashed potatoes.
Just like my spark.
just like your morning supplement. You're right down the hatch.
All right. Glad you guys are.
I was trying to get clarification.
I don't even know why. What am I doing? Bruntz, when's the last supportive thing you've said to me? Like, I don't know. What, did you say anything nice to me Saturday? I don't think so.
Yes, I did.
What'd you say?
Did. I even offered to leave so you wouldn't feel some kind of way about Nebraska. Nebraska's game.
Go? Can I be here? Well, we already broke that curse, Bruntz. Nebraska won.
I was like peeking around the corner like this just to make sure we cool? We good?
What'd I say?
Damon, we okay?
What are you doing here? It's fine. Shafe stole the show because we were having like some good little mini breakdowns, and Shafe's got strong opinions. I kind of like that. It's not new to me, but it's very intimate.
I hope you wouldn't know just finding this out by now. But yeah, he's got a few.
Oh, Bruntz, I've been cussed out on my own show. I'm well aware.
I usually don't swear at you.
No, I'm talking about my Shafe.
Oh, yeah, okay. That's fair.
Verify. No, I'm not even going to do it. All right, so I'm dying to know what you think, Bruntz. Rank the quarterback competency level of Nebraska's opposing quarterbacks to date.
To date.
Including Malik Washington coming up.
Sorsby is at the top.
Mm-hmm.
I'm assuming that we're not including Akron or Houston Christian in this.
You can if you'd like.
It's fairly safe.
To you, Bruntz.
I'd bring you some fresh risotto if you could tell me his Christian quarterback's name.
This is
like risotto.
And I know Bruntz doesn't like meat.
Just stirring. You got to keep stirring it. I would say, in terms of who worries me, I would say Sorsby, Underwood, Washington, Childs.
Really?
Interesting.
Bruntz is the first to put Childs behind Washington. Not that you're wrong, because we'll see on Saturday, I guess.
They're both.
What is it about Washington that you feel is above Childs pre-playing Nebraska?
I think it's what's around him that concerns me a little bit too. And that's the supporting cast, I feel like, worries me a little bit more than what Michigan State's did around Childs. Like, there wasn't really anybody in Michigan State that I was like, oh, you got to really worry about those guys. And especially against Nebraska.
You mean offensively?
Yeah. I mean, And having seen Childs too, like there was some plays that he made where, he was flipping the ball. He was trying to kind of go off schedule a little bit. And that's when he got into trouble. And I think he's kind of shown in the past that he'll do that. And that's not saying that Washington is like Peyton Manning or anything, but I mean, I think the supporting cast and I think their willingness to throw the ball at least worries me a little.
Does it bother you if it's quick game versus trying to throw it over Nebraska's head?
Quick game worries me a little bit more, I think.
Okay, because they do
a lot.
They do a lot of quick game.
Yeah. I'm not too worried about the over the top stuff. Like I think if they want to keep trying to chuck it over Nebraska's head, you let them. I think Nebraska can hold its own there. So I think it's just like the quick game, like kind of rhythm stuff that at least gets you a little bit concerned. It's almost 1,000 cuts thing through the air.
Interesting. When you look at Maryland, you look at Malik Washington. How much stock do you put in what he's looked like against everybody else, one power conference team and then the 3 non-conference, versus how it kind of looked against Washington, which I thought was a pretty big step down for him compared to what we've seen?
Yeah, they were kind of fortunate against Washington that it wasn't, that he got away with some throws in that game for sure. I think it's more the upside that concerns me there, but I do think he's prone to making some freshman mistakes. I don't know that. I think it's impressive the way they went into Madison and won, but I don't know how good Wisconsin actually is. I don't think they are. But I don't know. I put a little bit of stock in it, but I think Nebraska is going to be the best defense they've faced to date. So I don't know. I mean, you're bobbing. I can see you.
Because can I just process?
No, it was just his delivery was funny.
Of course, it's Bruntz.
He's got a funny delivery. What do you want from me?
Bruntz, how do you not leave this show, these segments with us, and think, you know what? I'm not the greatest person in America, because all you ever do is get complimented on this thing, and you're not that nice. Like, I'm
very nice, Damon. I'm very nice.
What did you think of Washington up until, even up until the game and then through 3 quarters? Like, did you hold them in pretty high regard?
Against Washington? You're talking about
No. Washington, the team. How'd you feel about Washington through all their games in 3 quarters in College Park?
I think that I've watched a bit of Washington football. I think they're a good team. They do some things.
So did you think through 3 quarters, you're like, oh my gosh, Maryland's probably pretty good? Or no? That's what I was contemplating in my head when I'm listening to your answer.
I thought Washington.
Is it?
That's what.
Is it interesting that my brain goes to this okay, you just came off a game with Ohio State and then you have to fly all the way across the country. In some ways it felt like that was my first thought, was like, oh man, they caught them at the right time. Because I think Washington's a better team than Maryland.
I agree.
I looked at it like, how is Maryland up 20?
That's how. Yeah.
That's also how I looked at it when they went to Madison, though. Too, is I know Wisconsin's not good, but still, that's a young team going on the road and looking competent. So I don't know, that the Washington game that really surprised me more. I think more so that Washington was kind of playing down. And then, the last 40 plays or so that Washington ran? They kind of kicked their asses.
Yeah, it was civvy.
And not only that, but it just Maryland's just complete unwillingness or not wanting to run the ball when they were up was kind of fascinating too. Because it felt like that game was pretty largely in control. Then you have the weird taunting penalty, and then it was kind of off to the races at that point.
Well, I still like. Do you want to explain that to me, or
I cannot.
Bruntz, what'd you think? I guess I know what you think. You said weird taunting penalty.
That happens 5 times a game, probably
all the time.
Yes. Yeah,
yeah.
I don't have.
It was here's what it felt like when the NFL refs called leveraging against Denver at the end of that game. It happens. Why are we calling this now?
Yeah.
But that's another story.
When you said something interesting there at the end of that answer with Maryland's unwillingness to run the ball in the 4th quarter, up 20 points or whatever on Washington, does that give you, because everybody keeps telling me oh, well, they're going to try and run it against Nebraska. I really don't think they are.
Why would they?
Yeah, I'm 5 games in. I don't think they are going to try and run the ball. That doesn't seem like something they want to do.
Yeah, that's not that would be a change from what they've done. I mean,
come out and go for $170, and I'll be pissed.
Yeah, well, and I'm sitting here and I'm like, okay, well, Malik Washington, like he's only even took off 11 times this year.
Hey, he doesn't want
That's 2 a game, right? I mean, I feel like DB here on his Underwood rants, and now he's gonna, bust one off on us. But like I sit here and I go, okay, he's only even tried to run 11 times this year. And
yeah, they don't. The design stuff isn't there. He doesn't really scramble on his own. Like
he's a big guy, though.
He's not small. He's not small. But yeah, I don't know. I mean, if they did try to run it against Nebraska, I mean, I think Nebraska should be able to handle that fairly well. I mean, that's an in-game adjustment you're able to make, I think.
I'm just going to tell you guys, because we're all family here in the Tree of Trust. I want you guys to understand the stigma that comes with being a black athletic quarterback and not wanting to fit he's just a runner scrambler narrative. Sometimes even to our detriment, we will not run as a capable running quarterback because it's important. It's pretty imperative that we can play quarterback as a quarterback too. So like that internal tug of war is a 100% real thing, in my opinion.
That's interesting.
So I think you'll see, like, I don't know how much you've watched of them, but there's a handful of times it's nothing but plush green. Well, could be turf, but grass. And he's like, no, I'm just going to throw this thing. Right.
Yeah.
So it's a real thing. It is absolutely a real thing.
It's interesting. I mean, like you talk about going into this game, like, okay, well, can you make them one-dimensional? I mean, they kind of are already to start, aren't they? I mean,
and their passing game isn't one in which, like, it plays into Nebraska. It plays into how Nebraska likes to cover.
Can I give you an interesting number on Malik Washington? His bad throw percentage is according to PFF, and it's one of the numbers I actually think is useful from them. His bad throw percentage is almost 5%. That's a high number.
That is.
Dylan's is 2.5, so it's almost double that. Like, I sit here and I go, okay, I don't think they want to run the ball. I think Malik Washington is talented, but I do think he does some things to his own detriment. I think they try and make the offense as easy for him as possible with the quick game, and yet he still had, like, that number's really high for a guy that they don't ask to do some of the things that more experienced quarterbacks are asked to do, right?
Yeah.
Like, that's a thing if I'm Nebraska's defense and I'm looking at, you mentioned Bruntz and some of the throws he got away with against Washington. I go, okay, there's going to be some opportunities to eat here if we really want to.
Yeah, I think there were 3 or 4 that were just in bad spots, or, he kind of was pretty lucky to get away with. He's gotten a lot of balls tipped this year.
And I'm not saying he's not a bad. He's a good.
No, he's super talented, and
same thing I said about Underwood. He's going to be a really good player,
and he's playing really well for a true freshman. But for a true freshman,
Underwood had the luxury. Number one, I think their temperament is different, at least so far. And it's not like I'm handshaking and having coffee with either one, but just how they carry themselves. Underwood seemed like a cool, kind of mature customer, right? He had the run game to fall back on. He had how Michigan carries themselves to fall back on. Not every freshman quarterback is going to have that, nor be wired like that. So I don't know. I thought Childs got rattled early and he wasn't the same. Now maybe it'll be different at home for Washington. I don't know that, but
Washington doesn't have a run.
But Washington doesn't have the culture of calm, cool, collected. We got this.
Yeah.
Under his belt either. You know what I mean?
Yeah. No. It felt like, and this is no shot at Underwood, but I mean, it feels like he's very much just kind of like a cog in the machine.
Yeah. Even going in, I said Underwood has way more margin for error than Dylan,
and certainly more than Washington does.
Yeah.
Like, it has to be Washington if Maryland plays well, right?
Yeah. Yep. Yeah. No. I mean, they're going to have to do some things against Nebraska that nobody's done against Nebraska through the air, I think, to have success in this one. So we'll see if they can do that.
How about the kicking game? Do you have a side you think can, or a way you think this comes into play? When Maryland kicks off, they do not kick it in the end zone. I'm just hoping that they don't score enough because, I mean, that's when kickoff return can be a weapon, and you're like, well, damn, that means they just scored points. But I think Nebraska can get one in the KOR game.
Yeah. I'm interested to see what the benefits too for Nebraska of just winning the field position battle, which they've done with consistency this year. Like how much that helps you on the road. Like even that game last week, like that field was so tilted in Nebraska's favor for most of the game. I mean, that was huge when the offense was sputtering and it didn't feel like, you know, you were really in a ton of trouble. But I'm curious to see if that travels. And I don't know. I mean, I think special teams is one of those things where you make a play or two, you get guys believing that you can be a difference maker, and you see it on the field. And I mean, you make one big play on special teams, you know, that's enough to win on the road sometimes or to swing the game. So
especially in a one score, and you know what Vegas deems as a 1-score game.
Yeah. So I don't know. I mean, I think Nebraska's done a really nice job of just limiting punt return opportunities. What is it? Was it 246 yards to 1 or -1 right now for Nebraska versus its opponents? Like it's crazy from where they were. So I think it can be an advantage. I mean, really the kickoff return is the only part of Nebraska's special teams where you really haven't seen like a big play yet, right? I mean, I don't think I'm missing anything. So we'll see if they can do it. But I special teams is you know probably 1B for the story of the season so far for Nebraska.
What's interesting? What's 1A?
I don't know. Something's got to be bigger than special teams. But
hey, Bruntz,
I was asking your coordinator question.
How would you rank the coordinators heading into College Park?
Schaefer asked this on our site. As of right now, who I would say Eckler. I would put him 1.
Are you convinced, or is what?
That the special team stuff is for real?
Yeah, no, like
that Eckler
like
should be
head
1.
like head and
I think through 5 games, I think with the improvements that's been made, I think it would be hard to not. I would put Butler just in the last couple games. I would put him ahead of Dana right now. That's what I would say. I would say special teams, defense, offense, but that's not a knock on Dana either. I mean, I think he's been fine, but still trying to find some things. I mean, I felt like you're kind of calling plays to get through it in the second and third quarter last week, but I think they'll bounce back. But special teams to me, I mean, how many kicks did Nebraska have blocked last year? Was it 10?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And now we're having conversations about whether or not Nebraska can break where they're going to break a big play that'll switch the game. I mean, it's a completely different conversation you're having.
That is Michael Bruntz, Husker 24/7. Appreciate the time as always. We will
that kind Michael Bruntz.
Always kind. Always kind.
Hashtag be kind.
You know why?
Why?
Go North guy. We're all nice.
That's not true. It's definitely not.
Bruntz, we appreciate the time. We'll talk to you later.
Yep. See you guys.
Thanks, MB.
Yep.
Coming up next.
I forgot to ask if he was going.
Oh.
Are you guys going?
Are you guys going?
Are you guys going?
You know where I'm going? I'm going to centrusfcu.org.
No.
I don't believe hell is real.
Hot take.
We got to go to centrusfcu.org, though, because they can help you save money. You can bundle a certificate and savings account with competitive rates to help you reach your financial goals. It's centrusfcu.org to find out more. Terms and conditions apply. Federally insured by NCUA. Jessica Coody joins us next.
Oh, Lord.
From the Husker Radio Network. I wonder how this is going to go for DB. We'll see. That's DB. I'm Ravi. It's Hurrdat Sports Live.
Well, something that I feel like is something to say is that, like, everyone circles Nebraska on their calendar when they play us, and like every game that we play like on the road will be circled in everyone else's calendars. And I feel like learning that something that Jalen has told me recently is that like we're here to make great plays, but the great players are the ones that are consistent, the ones that are able to do this for a long period of time. I mean, we're playing, this is like so much longer than any of our high school or club seasons, like, and it's grueling, and it's an everyday grind. We're practicing every day opposed to 2 to 3 times a week, and we have school and a social life and just trying to balance just being an 18 and 19-year-old girls. And so I feel like just learning to every day is a new day to get better and finding ways that we can improve our game in any way that we can. Obviously, I think our play this weekend has been great, and I think it was so fun, but we can always get better from that.
Yeah, it really shows what team that, like, what we could be like. It shows how we just don't give up, and just how we can just flip a bad situation to a good, you know. And we really needed that, and it shows that we can just, if we keep just playing how we're playing when we get our good snaps and bad snaps, it's just, we just got to focus on what's next. And I say we've been doing what we've been doing, and just playing good football, and we really need that. That's how I just play. Like I like getting the ball, and when the ball's in my hands, I don't like going down or getting tackled, and I always make the first dude miss. So like Dana, he knows how to get me the ball, and when he gave me the ball on that play and I made that touchdown, it just shows what I can do with the ball. So like, yeah, I feel like I was like the man to get the ball to and make the play, and that's what I'm here to do.
You're listening to Hurrdat Sports Live.
Welcome back, Hurrdat Sports Live. That's DBM Ravi Lulla here at Hurrdat Sports Bar and Grill. We are joined now by Jessica Coody from the Husker Radio Network. Oh, and who do we have joining us this morning, Jessica?
This is Sunny. The last time I was on you guys' show, someone messaged me and asked me to put her on. So here she is.
Hello, Sunny. How are we doing this
I mean, nobody knows how funny this really is except for me. Like, her whole life schedule is built around this dog.
As it should be. As well it should be.
Hey,
she's
Jeff,
about to go to daycare today.
what time are you getting to the such and such? Well, I don't know. I have to do, and then Sunny. Hey, Jess, can I grab? Well, it just depends on it. Something. So I'm like, really? So is this the longest she's gonna have been without you?
No.
Well, I mean, I know. So, but your parents came for the bowl game, so that didn't count.
No. Well, but she didn't go to the bowl game.
No, I know. I just meant duration of time you're gone.
Oh.
Because you'll be gone. That's 3 nights. They keep her Is that where she's going?
We were gone for the bowl game like 6 nights.
I know, but your parents they came to New York, so aren't they? Don't you usually meet them halfway and they watch her when it's going to be a long trip?
No, I actually met a girl at the dog bar. Her name is Olivia, and she's great, and she keeps her, and Sonny loves her. So
of course you did. Of course you did. The person that's never met a stranger met someone at the dog bar.
So no, she's in good hands. She likes her little getaways, I think.
Oh yeah?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So you're gonna be okay on the plane. Thank you for my seat assignment. I hadn't read the email yet. So
Can I pet that dog?
What's up, Shane?
And Jessica does like TikTok, so she's well aware.
I was gonna say.
Can I pet that dog?
So she knows the drop for sure.
You're kind of on a roll too with your TikToks. Do you just laugh to yourself?
Yeah. Yeah.
What a goof.
Jess, do you ever get on like sad dog TikTok and you just find yourself like crying in a room?
Oh my gosh, yes. I've had to block it.
Yeah, I just like I gotta.
Oh, are you serious?
I gotta reset the algorithm when I get too many like stay for 30 seconds to help my dog, and I'm like, I cannot do this today. I can't do this today.
Because then it just keeps coming up, and I'm like, listen, I'll help like 1 or 2 a day, but that's all I have the capacity for.
But if you stay too long and you comment, then your algorithm's like, oh, they only want to cry about dogs today, and it's like, that's not what I want. That's not what I want. TikTok.
Funny dog TikTok is the best.
Yes, I love. Do you follow the We Rate Dogs guy?
Yes.
That guy's my favorite.
So Jess, what happened to our umpire? Did he did he shut himself down for a while? He was on a roll.
Oh yeah, the one that was making fun of like Johnny.
Yeah, parents at U Sports. Like, where has he been?
That guy was hilarious. Yeah, I don't know what happened to him.
He might have had a real life. All right, so are you ready for this? Like,
yeah,
I know you're tickled over the 2-day travel and staying where we're staying. Are you pretty pumped?
Yeah. I mean, you know what? You get the schedule, you roll with it. So they'll practice here today.
Sound like a ton of enthusiasm, Jess. I'm gonna be honest with you.
Well, you're not really a complainer, so you probably couldn't care less.
Yeah, I mean, it's fine. Look, get there. Coach Rhule, if he and his staff have done the research, and if this is what's best for them, they want to try this out. I mean, hey, we'll roll with it. So I'm just happy to be able to be there, and we'll have some fun. We'll get to the stadium tomorrow, and I don't know. You're on like crab cake duty, I think, finding a spot to eat some good crab cakes tonight.
I am. No pressure, but
I love crab cakes. Like, love them. So
Kyle said it with such conviction. I feel like I cannot let him down.
No,
he just was like, and this is what you're gonna do. And I was like,
well, you told him on your interview that you're like the restaurant guy, and so this is your first chance to do it because you were late to the Kansas City. So this is your first time to shine. So there's high expectations for you, DB.
No, zero pressure. Hey, in our clip in between, it was Isaiah Hunter. We just were rolling his audio, because you're around these guys a ton too. Sometimes I'll allude to it on the broadcast. How cool is it? The kind of his temperament. It's now not like the exception. It's kind of the norm with those guys in that wide receiving room. They are competitive. He is no nonsense. They get after it in that room.
Yeah, and I like how hard he competes. I mean, we went back and did the TV show. There were just a couple of plays that he could have gone down, but he fought for the extra yards. He just is that tough-minded that they talk about, that, he just has that kind of mindset that I think really this football team wants to be. And so he was hilarious after the game because I talked to Ja'Cory Barney first. And he was laughing about how fast Isaiah could run. I saw somewhere, I should have liked it so I could go back to it, that he had the fastest play in college football last week.
Yeah, I think he was
21-9. 21-9, yeah.
With one shoe. So Ja'Cory was laughing about it. Then Isaiah, he's like, I didn't even know I didn't have a shoe on until I got to the end zone. I was like, what's going on?
Well, I'm not surprised. He's kind of nuts. You know what I mean? And he's just intense like that,
Yeah, but what I really like about Isaiah, and Coach Rhule has pointed it out too, but what I've observed just watching from the sideline. There's a play early on, I think it was Quinn Clark's touchdown, that could have been Isaiah's touchdown. And the fact that Isaiah was celebrating like it was like he scored the touchdown when it was Quinn Clark that scored. And so the way that he wants the ball, he wants to make things happen with the ball, but he is as excited when the guys in the room around him make plays with the ball too. I think they all realize that, hey, if we're all producing, then it's really hard for defenses to lock in and try to just take one guy out of it, because then it's going to be open for some other guys to take advantage of on the defense. So that culture is real. It's not just words. The way that there's a lot of guys in that room that can make plays, and it could with sometimes with wide receivers, they want the ball, they want to get their touches, but they truly have embraced and are okay with, hey, one day it might be Isaiah's turn tonight, or this week it might be Dane Key, next week it might be Jacory, and so I think they're all like more than okay with that, and actually have come to appreciate the fact that there are multiple guys in that room that can make plays. And yes, they're competitive with each other. That's for sure.
And I know a lot of our, if you're watching at home, they couldn't see it, but walk our listeners through, like Jacory, we always talk about how hard he practices and how competitive he is. Tell our listeners the story about Jacory Barney, like getting a touch for each position group Saturday.
What?
How Jacory Barney was cheerleading with each position group on Saturday.
Oh, yeah. He that's how he is every day. He and Vincent Schaefer's are like the energy, are like the internet. Is that going to be a drop, Shane?
What?
Probably.
I was like, what did you say? No, that's Jacory. I mean, he's like that. He's been like that since he was a freshman last year. I mean, every single game he is. Sometimes, because especially at the beginning of the year when it was hot and they're like, hey, sit down, so you can conserve your energy. Like Jacory's the first one up. He's the first one going to show love to the offensive line, to the running backs, to Dylan, but also to the defense, to the special teams guys. I mean, he's that guy. And Vincent Shavers is a lot like that too, where he is up and celebrating. And but it's so much fun to watch. And there's a reason why Jacory is so well loved on the team, because he's a great teammate. He is genuine in the way that he celebrates and wants the success out of his teammates. And so yeah, there's a reason why he's a single digit guy and why he's so well loved. And it's real. It's not just for show. I mean, he can't sit down, I mean, that's just how he's wired. Like, you cannot force him to sit down when there are big things happening. He's so in the moment, and it doesn't matter if he's involved or not. He wants to see his teammates succeed.
Jess, when you're thinking about the wide receiver room, who would you try and take away first? Because I think it's changed sort of throughout the season, right? Like, I think early it was people were on Dane Key, right? And then obviously Barney has started to break out. Hunter is super capable. Like, if you're a defensive coordinator and you're sitting there, you go, hey, who do I try and take away? And we've seen Dylan with his willingness and ability to get the ball to everybody.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't think there's a good answer for that, because as soon as you turn on the film from last week and then you see what Isaiah Hunter did, and then, oh, by the way, Emmett Johnson had 6 receptions, and then you got Luke Lindenmeyer thrown into we had this stat last week, and I think it was, unfortunately, did not go my way, because there was a lull of over 40 minutes that the offense didn't have the ball. But we were talking on Sports Nightly, Kyle and I, they average throwing the ball like multiple guys. So I think it's like 9 or 10 guys catching a pass every single game. And so the stat for the week was over under that, how many guys catch multiple passes. So 2 or more passes. And it was set at 6.5. And I think it ended up at 5, so, the fact that there are so many different people that can get involved in the offense. I mean, you can try, but I think Dana Holgorsen is so good at what he does. He will see that, recognize that, and then spread it out to somebody else. So it's what makes this offense the potential to be so dangerous, because you can't lock in on one guy. And if you do, then you're going to provide one-on-one for some other guys that are very good at winning one-on-one. So, and I think that's different too this year. I mean, I think you got guys that can go up and make competitive catches. If you got those 50-50 balls, I think you've got wide receivers now that you feel really confident in really making those plays. And so I don't think there's an answer to that. I wouldn't want to be that guy trying to figure out how to stop one guy, let alone two. Multiple guys in that wide receiver room. And then outside of that, other pass catchers that they have, it's just, I don't know. It's daunting.
Let me ask you something, because I want to go back to just, we're sitting there during spring practice and stuff. And now they've just become such a pair playing opposite one another on this defense. Who do you think's come the furthest, the fastest? Wanari or McCullough?
Well, I don't know. That's a good question, because I think McCullough he obviously is experienced, but he came to Nebraska to be able to play this specific position, to be able to be on the outside. That's where he thought he was the best. And so he wanted to be able to be in a defense that utilized him in that way. And I think Wanari's he's younger, but he had the raw skills. And so it's two different ones where you're seeing someone really hone in and tap into that natural ability as a young player. And then someone that as an older player recognized what his strengths were and finding the fit and the confidence in a defense. So it's two different ones, but probably McCullough, just because I think I don't know. You could really, what is that saying? Half dozen one the other. I have no idea. I think both of them have come a long ways, but I think maybe McCullough, just because I think he's really settled into the position that he wanted to play.
Jess, as you head out to Maryland here later today, and you're thinking about this game, how do you think this game should play out if it goes the way Nebraska wants it to?
Well, so it's funny because Damon, you talked about this on Sports Nightly earlier this week. We've talked a lot about it. I mean, Maryland's last in the Big Ten in running the football and rush yards a game. The attempts are way less than everybody else. They throw the football way more. But chatting with a couple of the defensive players, it sounds like they're really preparing for Maryland to try to take advantage of a front that at times have not. Now, Coach Rhule had talked about that last week. They had their best performance against the run, best, defensively, the best that they've done stopping the run last week against Michigan State. But I think maybe on film, they know that teams might try to still take advantage of that, especially with the number one pass defense in the country that has been from the start of the season. So they seem to be thinking that Maryland might try to run the football against them. And so I think they got to be ready to go up front. But and offensively, I think I'm anxious to see with another week and with this offensive line and, just 4 sacks, 7 sacks, not going to cut it. They know that. And I know there's 1.5, I think, was on Dylan. And Dylan even said, hey, that's my bad. So I think, the sack numbers have got to go down. But I think they're going to do what they do. Nebraska's going to do what they do. And they're going to, try to continue to move the ball. And it's hard because I don't really know what Maryland is still. I feel like they've looked different. And but I think they're really excited to go on the road because this is Coach Rhule. It comes from the head man down. He kind of likes that us against the world mentality. He likes going into an environment and hushing the road crowd. And while I don't know if it's going to be a rowdy crowd, this is the first opportunity really for this team to do that because let's face it, it was Memorial Stadium South at Arrowhead. So, this is the first opportunity to really kind of go on the road and road wins just do something different for a team and build and bringing guys together and building the confidence. I mean, the way that they get so fired up to be able to go on the road and perform well in somebody else's house. So I think they'll be fired up and the attention to details we've talked about earlier, like leaving the day early. They're taking the nutritionist, the chef, they've got
ads for like blood flow and stuff on the plane. It's like,
yeah, they've got like saunas lined up for when they get there. And just all the things that they are used to here, they're going to be able to utilize today and tomorrow at Maryland. And so I think they'll be ready to go. And I think I think as they do every game, they expect to go win this game, put up a lot of points, and play really solid defense and shut them down to the best of their ability.
You know how I feel about him. As a coordinator, he's fascinating. He's competitive, and he's super high strung. So I loved your audio, right? The play-by-play of getting what Coach Butler is saying on the sidelines during the broadcast. But
could you guys hear it through my mic?
Yes. It's a thing. It's a good thing Josh is brilliant, right? So you don't have to worry about, mics being open. But I was like, OMG. But having said that, you're probably the last person that's surprised that he makes a Sorsby stats reference during the presser, right? Like, that's just kind of who Coach Butler is. Highly competitive.
Very much so. And there were stretches that the defense was playing really, really well, but he was extra fiery on last Saturday. And, Coach Rhule said it in the press conference that he seemed a little scary on the headset. I mean, I can attest to that. I heard it. But no, I mean, he just, he wants to light a fire. And I think the guys responded to it, and there were stretches where they played really well. And then there were a couple of times that didn't get them to the ground. And that was one of the things that get them to the ground. If you're not going to do your job, then you're not going to play. And I think he wants to make sure that, hey, because if one guy doesn't do your job on defense, that's when those big plays happen. And so I think he was on another level to make sure that this defense rises to the occasion. And so he was getting after guys, but obviously it paid off. I mean, I know there were a couple of stretches, the long drive in the second quarter, and then maybe a couple of times that the first passing touchdown, like they were pissed about that.
I thought he was going to lose his mind.
Like that, they were so ticked off, and so there were just some. DB, you talked about it. I mean, this is a defense that's going to continue to grow and get better, and he knows the potential, and so he just is very, very, he wants to make sure that he's clear that, hey, I have these expectations, and he wouldn't be that way if he didn't think that this team could meet those expectations. And so when they're not, he's letting them know about it. And I think they've responded to it accordingly.
That's Jessica Coody, Husker Radio Network. Jess, appreciate your time as always. Good luck traveling with this guy later, and hope you have a good trip.
Thank you guys. I already told Kyle, since he's sitting next to DB, better make sure you got the Wi-Fi. You're ready to hook up his headphones and all of the technical things. Kyle's ready to handle it. So since he's sitting next to you on the plane.
Oh, thank you, because I may have new headphones, and I'm definitely going to need help. Thank you.
All right. See you guys.
In a bit.
Bye, Shane.
Oh.
Bye, Sonny. That's Jessica.
Can I pet that dog?
Jessica Coody, Husker Radio Network. Great stuff as always. I just like how she has to pre-prep whoever your seatmate is, because you used to be Benny Mac, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, he used to take care of you, make sure you got everything. So maybe he's on backup for this one.
So we're all really close.
Okay, so that helps.
But it's a big boy plane.
Yeah.
So I think I'm in like row 50 maybe.
Are you back the plane again?
That's where I go.
Are you last row?
Yeah, but it's a 777.
Well, it's a non-player, non-essential, right? That's
yes.
The designation.
Yes. I am in red.
Do you have to wear the color they assign you?
No.
Or is that just your designation?
Yeah.
Okay.
It's easy. If I should it's very detailed on where you go, what bus you're under, what seat you're under. So it's very.
No, it's good. You gotta stay meticulous. That's
and there's.
Is that Dr. Elza thing?
Yes.
Yeah.
And the thing that they hate is have you ever seen Palms Up guy?
Yeah, what are we doing?
Don't be that guy.
It's like, no, we gave you a list.
It's posted. It's been sent to you on your pad. It's on the plane when you open the doors, and it is right there. So don't be the person that acts like they don't know where they're going.
Because you should know.
Yeah.
You should know better.
Hurry up and sit down.
That's funny. No, it's I'm interested to hear your crab cakes review when we get out here.
Now it's different for everybody. I like a little less formed.
Yeah, I want more
bigger
crab.
chunks.
I want more crab.
So I'm not like a traditional.
You get too much bread in there. A lot of people put too much bread in there.
So I'll get a consensus of the group.
We'll see what we see. Well, you let me know, because I'll be honest. There's not a lot of places in Omaha that I'm pleased with their crab cakes.
I'm getting scallops and halibut, so I mean,
gotta get scallops for sure.
Yeah,
I mean, 100%. Love scallops.
My sister lived
one
in
of my
that
favorite
area for
foods.
25 years.
Yeah, she was DC, right?
Correct.
Is that the one in New York or?
Yep,
yeah.
she's in New York.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, it's not bad food in New York either.
Yeah, we have a similar palate.
Oh, that's good. That helps.
Yeah.
So she can give you good recommendations.
Absolutely.
There's some people that I'm like, oh, hey, you live here, but it's like I don't eat.
Well, she's not gonna say, I don't like seafood. You know, I mean, she has pretty good taste.
It's not like our guy Bruntz, who's not going to give you a lot of meat recommendations.
Did I tell you about where were we when he had the mushroom gravy and biscuits?
That was Colorado, wasn't it?
Or maybe it might have been Minnesota.
Oh, it was Minnesota.
And I was like, what the?
Yeah, the mushroom biscuits and gravy.
And they're like whispering to me, he doesn't eat meat. I was like, oh, I won't shame him. I'm sorry.
Yeah, easy, man. Come on.
Maybe that's why he treats me the way he does.
Probably.
You should have heard him.
It's hard to miss,
The
Damon.
press box. But do you want me to leave? Should I go now?
I think he's just so dry that sometimes you think he's being mean when he's joking.
He is hilarious.
Yeah, very, very funny, dude.
Yeah.
We love Bruntz.
And I
kind of a lazy parent take, right? It's like, because I said so.
I mean, not that I would know, but yeah, sure.
And I've known him forever too. We have a mutual friend that runs the nutrition company.
Oh yeah.
So I can't remember what fight we were watching over at Jason's. This is double-digit years ago.
Okay.
And Bruntz was there because of the connection between the two. It's
Yeah.
probably maybe 09.
Okay. Oh, yeah.
08,
That's a while
09
ago.
maybe.
Yeah.
This is a minute ago.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, Brunt's a good dude. You know, it's
funny.
It was kind of funny when Jess is talking about Butler there. That
you should have heard him.
I can imagine.
Oh, and Rhule did say he said the Northeastern came out.
Yeah, he said the Philly came out. He said so I know what that means. I mean,
I would take that Indiana game and just flush it down the toilet.
Yeah, I mean, I know what the insinuation.
You
is
don't
there.
even know like when the joke with him.
Yeah, he seems. I mean,
because it's like he does have a great sense of humor.
Well,
but it's his delivery.
You mentioned
What are you talking about, bro?
You mentioned the Sorsby thing, and I do think he's even intense when he jokes. And so I don't think like he often. There's been a few times where he makes a joke, and he's like, "Guys, that was a joke." Like to the media people because they don't know, and then they all sort of laugh nervously. They're just like, ha, 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 ha.
Yeah,
and it's kind of like awkward. I actually think I thought the Sorsby thing was very funny, but Jess said something there that I was like, okay, there's a part of my personality. And obviously he's much better at what he does than I was at what I do or what I did. But like, there's a part of my personality coaching wise that identifies with the way he acts. Where it's like, well, hey, if you're not going to do your job, you're not going to play.
Yeah.
Like
he said, that's the last time I'm going to tell you.
Yeah. Like that's the last time I'm going to tell you, guy, because it's because I'm not very patient. He has a standard he's trying to,
and he's got
achieve.
options.
That's the other thing is what's one of your favorite,
yeah.
What's one of your favorite?
I want options. I don't want to.
You coach in a way that you give yourself options, right? Coach yourself into options, right?
Exactly.
And that's one where I go, okay, if he doesn't like the way Elijah Judy's playing, he's going to play Riley Van Poppel. And if he doesn't like the way Cam Lenhart's playing, he's going to throw somebody else in there.
I mean, and to Judy, you use him as just a random example, but to his credit, he knew he had to elevate his game in the last handful of weeks, didn't he?
100%.
And he's responded
because he did not play well against Cincinnati.
He has responded,
and he's played much better. I thought Michigan was probably his best game of the season.
Yeah.
Same thing with like McCullough. Like you've got if you don't like how McCullough's playing,
like that's exactly what I'm talking about.
That was really good.
The breakdown and development as an older guy doing multiple things, and the development of a younger guy, like. That's it right there.
I mean,
that is it right there.
I will say the development of older guys, I think, is really impressive with this staff because you always think of it with young guys, right? It's easy to point to one area and be like, "Holy crap!"
Singleton this year to last year, right?
I mean, I'm the first one to admit that I was kind of mad that Singleton was coming back. If I'm being totally honest with you, like I was not happy about it because I didn't think he played very well last year. I know that Coach Rhule has an affinity for him. So I was like, if he comes back, he's probably coming back to play. And I was kind of mad about it because I like a lot of the young secondary guys. And so I sit there and I go, and so I was predispositioned to not think Singleton was playing well this year.
Yeah.
And all I can sit there and I go, man, Singleton's playing pretty well this year.
Yeah, he's been
really good.
I just don't tell that to Coach Butler.
Well, I mean, they were the two easiest interceptions you ever seen in his life, right? And again, very funny. No one laughed really until they were just like, he's joking, I think. But no, like there's the development of older guys, whether it's Deshaun, whether it's Judy, whether it's McCullough, I think is really, really impressive because
how about Buddha?
How about Buddha? That's a guy that
they're really teaching to play inside.
That's a guy that 2 games ago I didn't think was playing very well. I thought he had a very rough game against Michigan.
Yeah.
And against Michigan State, I think he had his best game of the season. Probably best game of his career, probably.
Yeah, he balled.
I thought he played really, really well. And you look at guys like Winery or Shavers, and it's easy to point and be like, oh, look at that development. But honestly, you should be able to develop young guys. If you can't develop young guys, I don't even know.
I'll vibe with that.
It's harder than we think it is. Yeah. But if you can't develop young guys, I don't know what you're doing.
Yeah.
Right? Like, you should probably get another line of business if you can't develop young guys.
Look at Cam Leonard.
100%. Like, it's hard sometimes. But if to take a guy that has been doing this for 5 or 6 years in Javen Wright's case and say, hey, we actually need it to look like this. Or I know you've learned all these things at places like Indiana and Oklahoma, but you're playing a different thing here. This is what we want you to do. Or, hey, I know you were at Texas A&M and you've been here for a couple years, but Elijah, you're not meeting the standard yet. And for those guys to actually meet that standard moving forward, like that's, I think, really, really impressive.
Yeah, color me excited. I'm curious. It's the next hurdle and a data point in the journey.
Yeah, absolutely. I think it's an important data point in the journey. How you feeling about the game tomorrow? Or Saturday, sorry.
I feel good.
I do too.
I feel good. I'll get a better vibe when I talk to you guys in the morning. But
yeah.
I'll get a much better vibe.
Well, you'll have been with the team at that point.
Look, dude.
That's DB. I'm Ravi Lulla. It's Hurrdat Sports live from Hurrdat Sports Bar and Grill. Don't forget, they do have their fall specials out as well. It's just like the hot beef sandwich. Tender short rib, savory gravy, and garlic mashed potatoes on toasted sourdough. Give it a try. They got lots of fall comfort food here for you as the weather starts to cool off. Get out to Hurrdat Sports Bar and Grill, either location, Gretna or La Vista. That's DB. I'm Ravi Lulla. We'll be back tomorrow.
See you. Have a good day. Love you.